listening to Chibino Podcast.
Protect them all! Oh my god!
Great explosion, better gun! Dynamite!
Strong.
I'm stronger!
And what is up, peeps? It's time for another episode of Chibino Podcast. You got me, Dave the Smash Man.
Miles, your tech guy.
Mister.
God, he's doing it again.
I thought I'd be last since I'm not, whatever.
I thought you were gonna go.
Boricua Senpai. So, yeah, I figured, anyway, since he's more regular, I thought he would take it. But Boricua Senpai.
Even if you did in order, he'd still pull this crap. To be fair.
Yeah, it's what happens.
He does
this.
Introduce yourself,
No,
Paul.
I was paying respect in there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's gaslighting.
No, he just says whatever he can so he gets out of it. He's like, ooh.
He's gaslighting.
Remember with his wife? No, I have to go record, man.
Yeah.
David's making me go.
David makes me go. And his wife's like, why do you make
That's
Paul
right.
record?
This is what I have to abandon my kids.
Anyway, this is your first time watching Chibino Podcast, which is a bunch of friends talking about anime, movies, all that good jazz. We have a lot to talk about. But I did wanted to, before we started on anything, I did want to mention something because before we were recording, this probably will be at the very end of the episode, we were talking about One Piece, and I was telling them about Viz Media and how they have official translations of the mangas that they have copyrights to, and a lot of them are super odd. Like their official translation is weird, and it doesn't. They try and make some correlation or some type of like comparison or a translation that they think is right, but it's not at all. So, for example, we talked about. So if you don't know, this isn't by all means anything prejudice or anything, but they don't have L's. They don't pronounce L's in Japan.
That's messed up.
Tell me which character starts with an L. Tell me right now.
Luffy.
I said
There
character.
you go.
Like a Japanese character in the alphabet. What starts with an
Oh,
L?
how about you say that
Luffy?
first?
Luffy?
No, like Japanese character.
Oh my god.
What is it called? A kanji or katakana? Like
Yeah.
the symbol.
Oh,
They're
there you go. Say that.
hieroglyphics.
Because in English, Luffy.
Yeah. In English is Luffy. Yes, you are correct. But there's no L in any of the characters unless Paul has some magical character that I don't know of that has an L. And as far as I know, they don't have an L.
How about L from Death Note?
No, he's not talking about
Oh
the
my-
characters.
Oh
He's talking
my
about
god, that was so
symbols.
stupid.
Talking about symbols.
God, 3 bad takes already. Just back to back to back.
Anyway, so they don't have an L. If you look at anything that has an L in the English translation, it's usually followed by it's with an R. Okay. Anyway,
So, Rupee?
yes, that's how it is. Rufy.
You know what's crazy is how they don't have that, but yet they're obsessed with Christmas and they like Santa Claus. So like you'd think they would like learn how to say the L better.
I don't think they just call him Santa Claus. I think it's just Santa.
Well, it's difficult. Like if you have like an accent,
Santa
in,
Claus.
in your dialect. So you know how in Spanish we have the ñ, like ñe. English people don't have that, so it's very difficult for them to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like when you guys say like gay, for the longest time I thought you were saying gay.
Why are you gay?
What? Yeah, why are you gay?
My favorite one is when white people
Jujutsu is gay.
So when they're like jalapenos, I'm like,
That's why.
that's not how it is.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So
They don't.
have
They
a
doesn't.
ñe.
Even though they have that. No, they have that
Making fun
sound.
of a group of people that don't have the alphabet letter. Come on, David. I think you were better than that.
Am I wrong? Do they not have an L? Tell me that there's an L.
Their biggest mascot or the biggest representation of Japan is a character named Luffy. So they should really pick it up now. They have 30 plus years to figure that out. So that's kind of on them.
Hey,
We're
honestly,
getting off tangent here. Okay,
but
first
hey,
of all,
hey, but they do say Luffy's name just fine, even in the Japanese.
First of all, it's Goku, but yeah, we are
that's
getting
also
off
true.
topic.
But anyway, we're getting off topic. So anyway, in the official translation for One Piece, I was reading when I was first reading it.
No wonder the creator of Lululemon called it Lululemon. Because
I
they
know.
can't say it.
Ruru Remen.
Remon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You just scratched my memory.
this is why we get canceled. I'm glad only like 12 people listen to us. Anyway,
You guys get canceled.
you're betting, okay? You're the one who drives the car, the getaway car. So
I mean-
don't even say like, oh, I'm innocent. Get out of here. You would lie to your wife to come record with us. It's all bad. It's okay.
You just started with making fun of Japanese people for not
I
saying
didn't
that.
make fun of him. I was just stating a fact, and now we're off topic. Anyway,
Making
so
fun of Peruvians,
Zoro.
he's dating Peruvian.
So Zoro, in the official Viz Media translation, they called him Zolo, and I was like, "What?" It's like, and I was telling Ma, I was like, I don't know One Piece at this moment at all, but I'm pretty sure it's Zoro with an R. This goes back to
It's just a shows. I mean, look, they do that with Krillin. They call him Kuririn. Goku is Gokkou.
Kuririn.
In
where's the
manga.
L?
No, I'm just saying, like they just spell
Exactly,
it
'cause
weird.
there's no
They
L.
just spell it weird.
Paul.
I'm just saying they spell it
Wait,
weird.
so my question: why do we have to adapt? Why do they have to adapt to us? Shouldn't we adapt to them?
No, because we're a majority. They can fuck off.
That's where it came from. That's the original thing. So
Doesn't matter. Majority over
I
minorities. That's how
know.
it's always been.
Anyway, going back to this. So I was going back to just making fun of Viz translation. I don't know, we went way off topic.
Your fault. Look what you
But
did.
in Dragon Ball Z, so there's a joke about this if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z Bridge. But in the Viz official translation, they have Kakarot, right? That's what Vegeta calls Goku, and they have Vegeta. In Japanese, it's Kakaroto. They have the O parts, right? So when they fuse together in the Buu Saga, it's Vegito,
Okay.
right? So it's Vegeta and Kakaroto because it has the T-O at the end. He's not Kakaroto in the English version. So they're like, how can we make this? How can we make this together and make it sound like so the readers understand that it's a combination of both these names? They're like, I got it. Let's call him Vegerot.
Yeah,
Vegerot?
that's how his original English manga translation was.
Oh, damn.
Thank God that didn't pass.
and back then, the original English translation was horrible. That's why they have to change it.
Just that bottom cabinet in the fridge. That's the veggie rod. You know, you never open that up. You
That's
don't get the
right.
tomatoes.
Vegemite. That's what I thought when I first read it. Like, oh my god.
I just thought of a rotting.
I should buy you some Vegemite.
No, that
Something
sounds
you'd eat in
horrible.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But anyway, so when Funimation was dubbing, they're like, well, fudge that. We're not calling them. We're gonna call them what they say in the actual anime, which was Vegeta. So like, we're just gonna keep that. So I'm glad they never went
They
with
just got
Vegeta.
rid of the
So
extra
they
T.
changed. They pick and choose. Is that what you're telling me? I see how it is.
Yeah, majority over minorities. Come on, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, let's start with some news, okay, please.
Yeah, what you got?
First piece of news is I can't believe this. It's been
Butter?
10 years, but Your Name is coming back
Yes,
for
in
its
theaters,
10-year,
right?
yeah, for its 10-year anniversary, and it's in 4K. They have a trailer for it. I mean, I don't know how you can get 4K with anime because it's not like you can push it to like,
Upscaling?
yeah, but I'm like, anime. I know you can. I'm just saying like there's not like as stark difference.
No, it's just sharper lines.
It's just sharper. That's like the only thing. Like,
You know what they could do if they wanted, if they're going to do anything, is they add HDR to it.
yeah, I don't think
Just get
they
the
will.
other color scale. But I saw the trailer, but is it Japanese or is it going to be doing like one of those or the fandom, whatever you call them? Like they're going to come here to the States?
It probably will
Phasm
because
events is what
Phasm
you do,
event,
right?
thank
because
you.
G Kids is the one that's
It's probably like a
promoting
special,
it or the
like,
one
1 week
that's
run
funding
thing.
it. So I'm pretty sure they're the ones that are going to tell you
Probably gonna be like a Wednesday.
where you can
to
watch it because
Thursday.
there is a part where you can buy tickets.
I watched that too, like this earlier this year too. It's still one of the best anime movies ever created.
So listen, I'm putting in our
That
information.
movie. But yeah, we could get tickets, I guess. I just
If
I
it's
don't mind
if
seeing
it's
it
in
theaters
our,
again.
it doesn't look like it's coming to Utah.
Well,
Make a trip out of it.
I'll be okay. I do have my 4K version, so.
Oh, wait, it is.
it is coming to Utah.
Yeah, why didn't it come out? So it's gonna be officially comes out August 14th, but it'll have a 3-day run, I believe. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
English or Japanese for here?
It doesn't say.
We can look into it later, but
It's
that is coming
probably
down.
Japanese.
Take the gamble. Take the gamble.
Yeah, we can look at it later. But that's cool.
Take the gamble.
Yeah, take it.
I was just
You
curious.
never know.
I've seen it in both.
I don't know
I was
what
just
gamble.
curious.
I don't know what gamble you're talking. You're saying words just like Giggle says
you
words.
you can buy the ticket and then figure out if it is English or Japanese when you get
Yeah.
there.
It sounded like we were gonna lose at one point. Like if it's Japanese.
Well-
Oh man.
Well, for Paul,
yes, we
it's
can't
gonna lose
watch it.
because if it's not Japanese, he's gonna be like, well, it's not gonna be that good.
Oh, I don't need to go. Like I said, I do have my 4K version at home.
If
so
you're not involved,
I'm
then
good.
why are you saying anything? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I did.
Anyways,
Anyway, so I'm gonna go see it again. It's gonna be pretty cool to watch it again.
Transformers, the first movie is gonna be out in 4K in September, I believe.
Oh,
First one from 07?
back when
No,
Megan
the
Fox
80s
didn't
one.
mess herself up.
1986.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
That
No,
one.
I don't care.
I want to see that in 4K. No, it's funny. The trailer though,
I'll go watch it.
They made it seem so like dreary and sad. Whereas like if you watch the original trailer, it's like watch Peter Cullen be Optimus Prime, and they make like they play like the 80s music. Whereas this one's like fear. Things are gonna happen.
Oh, wow.
It's the weirdest movie
Nice.
because like people are like, oh man, it was a great movie. You watch it. I watched it recently. And I was just like, this really does feel like an 80s movie. Like the music they play,
it's great.
It's great, but it's just like I'm just like
It's a film of its time.
If someone were to watch this right now, they're like, I only watch the Transformers movie, like the actual live action ones, and they watch this, then it'd be like, what the fudge is this?
Are they going to implement the Linkin Park music, or are they going to stay with that original one, whatever it's
I
called?
doubt they're gonna put
Isn't it
Linkin
called
Park.
Touch or something like that?
I can't remember, something like that. Yeah. I mean, the
It's
soundtrack is
good.
bomb.
It's
Like
good.
if you did watch the original, the soundtrack is bomb. It's just like Diego said, it's a product of its time. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But it is darker. It is a lot more depth. Fun fact, the reason they did this because when they were going to do season 2, they wanted a whole new, brand new Autobots. That's why they killed almost everyone off. So
I just didn't like that Megatron was a gun. That star screen would carry around. That bothered me.
That's
I don't
weird.
know why.
I don't
It's
like that.
Turns
Why is
into
the
a
boss being
cannon.
yeah.
He turns into a cannon,
So I like that Michael Bay made him a tank.
a space.
he's a space something.
He's a spaceship.
There you go. So yeah, August 14th. Go watch it. A movie you won't see ever is the Blade movie that 8 years I think it's been.
7.
7, yes.
Mahershala Ali, if I butcher his first name, sorry.
Mahershala.
Mahershala Ali, he said that if they are going to make a Blade movie, he's not going to be in it.
That should have been an automatic moneymaker. He's a phenomenal actor. I hate what they've done to not put out Blade. And that's the other thing that pissed me off because I saw the release of I'm antithetical to the entire Marvel concept. You guys, I'm kind of a hater right now.
That's fine.
But you see all these releases of these movies and like, are we going to get these movies or why are you, and I've called it out. This will be the last time I say it, at least for this episode. They're only focusing on big names to bring in money because they announced Ryan Gosling as the Ghost Rider. That's automatically a money pool that people will go just because it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
That's what proves to me that Blade should have been made. Blade would have made a lot of good. As long as they made
I was excited for it, man.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know if
everybody
anyone who
loves
wasn't.
Blade. Everybody loves Blade.
I don't know anyone who was like, oh, I don't want a Blade movie. I never
wants
heard that.
Blade. We've been asking for it forever.
So it pisses me off.
Interesting enough, the reason why it wasn't made is because it went through so many directors and different writers, so they never had a proper story.
Take a shot.
That's Marvel's problem.
That's a studio issue.
Yeah. And you know what's
for sure,
bad?
For sure.
This is how bad it
For
was
sure.
because Kevin Feige had to redo a lot of the stuff. Like he was like making him go back to the drawing board because the one that was like the most approved by everybody only had one fight scene in the whole film. Yeah, and Kevin
Okay.
Feige's like, we're not doing
you
one
serious?
fight. Yeah. It was
That
like,
for Blade?
yeah, that's why he's like, we're not going to
Oh,
do
fuck
one
no.
fight scene for Blade. He's like, this needs to be an action-packed film. So he's like, redo it. And they're like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I just don't get it. Blade is this. That's why I don't understand what Marvel's doing and that they're grasping at. Like, they obviously want to make money, and I get that, but they use the nostalgia of. And Blade is one of the most nostalgic things. That was like you had the 3 of them, right? Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade Trinity. You know that was going to make money. So the fact that you couldn't get your shit together to put out a movie with an actor that I know he's nominated. I don't know if he's an Academy Award winner
For what, Wesley?
no, Mahershala Ali.
Oh, you're talking about the new actor.
But I'm pretty sure he was nominated. Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's good.
What was that movie that he was in? Where he's like he's a piano player. Or
The Green.
The Green, that's what it's called.
Yeah, with Viggo Mortensen. That's
Yeah,
a good fucking
I saw that.
movie.
It was
He's
it
a
was sick.
phenomenal
Yeah.
actor. So it's like you could have shown a cool Blade story with an incredible actor, and you just chose to waste his time and the fans like
And all the
expectations.
fans.
And that's what he said.
And we
He's
get
like,
Ghost Rider.
yeah, come on. And that's what he said. He's like, he said in this interview, he's like, if Marvel really wanted to make this movie, they would have already done it.
Yeah, they
and he's
would
like,
have.
and he's like, and he's kind of like you. He's like, he got to a point. He's like, I'm good. You know what? You guys, if you want to do it, that's
And
fine.
why
I'm
a fan of
glad.
him. He has his own like,
But he's
morals.
out. Yeah.
So
Good for him.
it sucks for us too, because I really want to see
As
what
a
he
fan,
done as
yeah.
Blade.
Yeah, I did.
There's not a single person that I know that even that they hate on Marvel, I would watch Blade, is what they would tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I-
actually friends with the same, actually.
I would be surprised to think that maybe the the commercial flop of Eternals, where we always hears his voice, but I'm pretty sure that also might have been like, maybe they don't want Blade. Maybe I don't know if they were just thinking his voice. Yes, he talks in the very end.
Well, I mean,
no, they wanted to have him.
Yeah,
that's the main goal.
I don't think that was it.
I don't put anything past Disney. Disney is so like, this movie didn't make any money. That's why Eternals, like, they're not mentioned anywhere, anything in Infinity War. I mean, sorry, in
that was the worst Marvel film. That was even worse than Captain Marvel.
But then on Doomsday, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in Secret Wars. Like, there's these storylines that they're just like, we're not going to do anything at all because they saw it as a flop, and they're like, we're not going to touch it again.
It'd be weird because it's like it'd be like the same thing with like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Well, they might not make a fourth one.
No. But with Quantumania, I'm saying like they hinted like with King.
But that's why they stopped with King
stuff. But it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna add Ant-Man anymore because he was leading up to the King.
No,
stuff.
but before the whole thing with John Majors, they had already discussed we're gonna probably pivot from King because Ant-Man Quantumania didn't do as well. So again,
maybe.
I don't put anything past Disney.
Honestly,
I just
barely remember that film. It was not a good
Paul,
film.
what were you saying? I know that you were talking.
Oh, I was gonna say they wanted to make the movie. Even they interviewed Kevin Feige about it. He said like I was like such a loser because I really wanted to make the movie, but I think there's something else that we don't see. People speaking, not having the right story. Like even they had the idea of making Blade into a Western movie. That didn't end up happening, but they used the costume designs for Sinners.
Of course, that's what I was going to say. They just wanted to.
Yeah, they were.
They don't have to piggyback off Sinners. Marvel Studios pisses me off.
The clothing that was on Sinners was going to
be for Blade.
They were going to make
Sinners bummed it off of Blade.
Yeah, because Blade died. One of the ideas that got pretty far was it was going to be in the Western style, Western era.
But wasn't Sinners already an idea before that was scrapped? So,
but Sinners they didn't have much money.
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what it was. They started making some costume designs. I don't know at what point they were at, but that whatever they had at that point, they decided to pivot away from that and say, no, we're not going to do it as a Western or in that Western time.
Dumb.
And then Sinners like, oh, we'll take whatever you guys already made.
Because if they made it Western, it's going to be its own standalone movie. And again, here's my issue. So the Eternals, which I never watched, is not mentioned in any other movie, right?
Watch it. Don't.
So this is my predictions for Doomsday or Secret Wars, whichever one they introduce it, but probably Doomsday because of the whole universe thing. Because the Fantastic Four isn't also in the MC universe that we're aware of.
Technically, no.
So this is going to be their thing with like with the Doomsday, because I did watch the trailer just to see, not interested whatsoever. Like, they finalized me. I don't care to ever watch it, even for free. There's going to be some sort of one planet gets destroyed. This is how I save it. He teleports to other planets to like recruit people because he talks about his speech sounds like he's talking to multiple people. He's not just doing a monologue. He's talking to people, in my opinion. And then that's where they're like, I don't know if they'll mention Eternals, but that's how they're all going to incorporate together with like, oh, we're going to bring in X-Men from a different universe. And this, which leads into Secret Wars, which if you guys know the comics, and I think you all do, that's like the hard reset that I said should have been reset after Endgame. We're done. We're starting a new thing. They're using a movie to now do that. That's my opinion.
No,
yeah,
I
got you.
Yeah.
And I hate that. That's
it's just because a lot of things.
They have different plans. But it does mention there. I think they're still going to make a Blade movie, but not with him, of course, because now that you introduce Ghost Rider, there is a way that opens up the Midnight Suns. And if you guys look into the comics, Blade is also
in the Midnight
there.
Suns. That's what
so
bothers me.
They might bring somebody else.
Yeah, so
most likely.
I would not like them to do that for a while. I think they should not touch Blade for like another 5 or 6 years, just because of how badly they messed up.
Holy cow.
Because they messed up so much. Like
I don't want to be like that old watching Blade.
I get that, but
but I'm just saying they really messed it up. It'd be like, oh, we're gonna start a new Blade and then just have another actor, and everyone's gonna be like, okay, we're going to be in production hell again for 7 years. We don't really believe you until it's out. And then them doing it that way, if they were to do it so quick, it'd be like no one's going to go watch it because no one's going to believe it anymore. Whereas if they like take a break from it and then they announce, hey, we're making a Blade movie, I would like for them to be at least saying like, oh, we've already started filming, and then here's your Blade, and then it's like this will come out next year. Like they have all these dead set like deadlines. Then it'd be more like, okay, cool, everyone's excited. But if they just announce and nothing happens, it's not going to make them any money. Like they need to be ready for that shit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that they're also cutting down on a lot of releases. I mean, in the past couple of years, we were saturated with a lot of Marvel movies and shows. So I think they're making a lot of conscious decisions. Okay, let's
quantity over quality at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
They
that
haven't
would-
been producing quality either, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean that. Right now they haven't produced as much quality, so I don't.
Oh no,
I don't buy that. What they're saying. I think they're pulling
They
too
haven't
much.
got to the point. I think right now in the next upcoming movies, starting with the new Spider-Man movie, I gotta say, so far in this new saga or phase, which is Spider-Man, and also I think Fantastic Fours.
Not even Fantastic Four. Financially
Four was-
speaking,
It was mid.
financially speaking, it did not make anywhere near what they were expecting.
Fantastic Four was okay.
Every
Yeah, it was
MCU
mid.
movie aside from
Shang-Chi was really good.
Shang-Chi and
Spider-Man.
No Way Home, all the Spider-Man
Spider-Man
movies
and Shang-Chi. That's
and
it.
Shang-Chi were the only ones that and even Multiverse of Madness, even though it's on the
It was high.
it was high. No, it was high.
It was cut by different edits because
Yeah,
of the whole COVID.
but even then, it didn't make as much money as any of the Spider-Man films or Shang-Chi. So
Yeah, Spider-Man's that's hard. Spider-Man's like a Batman. It's a massive franchise.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
You don't need
But
to
I
enjoy.
do
You don't need
feel
to follow MCU to watch Spider-Man. It's
True.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I do feel like they're moving into that direction. Of course, right now there's not a lot of evidence, and right now the numbers speak. Like they don't have any proof as much, but I feel like they want to move into that new direction. Which
I
at the
just
same
thought it was
time
pretty late.
goes along with the other topic that I kind of mentioned, that they also got rid of WonderMan, the TV show.
Yeah,
And
that's in one of
for
the
me, that was a
topics.
surprise.
Yeah.
The hell's a Wonder Man?
He
we'll talk about it in a minute.
Heard of Wonder
Okay.
Bread?
I'm gonna go over before we go into that one. I should go over this one really quickly. So Kohei Horikoshi, he is the mangaka for My Hero Academia. He is now launching a new one shot titled "Warawa Naida yo Shijima-san." So don't laugh at me, Shijima. And this is gonna be a boy meets girl horror manga. So in case you don't know,
Interesting.
so if you have seen the panels that he has drawn, he does know how to draw like graphic,
Well, he's the manga.
gory manga. Yeah, but he's good at doing those things. Like if you compare like what he drew, like for example for Dark Deku or that one creepy.
even Shigaraki's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
but even Shigaraki's like what he's drawn for Shigaraki is tame compared to what it was in the manga.
Okay.
So he knows how to draw very like that type of aesthetic for horror. So I'm excited.
That actually sounds interesting.
I
I'm
won't watch it to
interested.
read it, but I applaud him for completely changing lanes and trying something new.
I'm
interested in
I'm
that.
excited to see what he's gonna do with
He
this.
could have done a fucking Boruto for God's sake.
No,
so I'm
I
glad he's
applaud
doing
that.
I
something
gotta
different.
say,
I
just to
applaud
be
that.
case, just be cautious. Just because of one shot doesn't mean it's gonna be
Right,
like
of
a whole
course, of
story.
course. I mean, Akira Toriyama's done
usually-
plenty, that didn't work.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, another example is Samurai 7, the one from Naruto as well, the creator of Naruto. It didn't last too long as well. I mean, I do hope that
It wasn't that
he
good.
releases something that people do like and enjoy, and it gets picked up to have a whole series. So just, I'm not optimistic.
I have a question. Is there any like from very, very famous, successful mangaka where they do a one shot after they did a successful thing like say Bleach or Naruto, where it's been like big if not bigger? And what I mean is, and before you answer that, the only one I can really think of maybe like Yu Yu Hakusho and like Hunter x Hunter maybe, but I don't know if that was a one shot. I don't know, so I'm just asking. Do you know?
Oh, one shot? That's a good question.
It was successful, like say, like after Naruto, after Dragon Ball, after One Piece,
I just
whatever.
know,
Just
like-
like big, big famous.
So you're talking about like they have one shot and it becomes a banger?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they already had a banger,
Yeah.
and then they do a one shot, and then it's a banger again.
Yes. So I will say the one that I can think of is the creator of Ranma.
I knew it,
And he also did Inuyasha.
Yep.
Okay.
Masaaki Koku and
hasn't she done like 3 bangers
like
back to
every
back?
shot that she has done, no, of course, not everyone, but for the most parts, she has bangers back and forth nonstop.
But it's more
So
rare, right?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Very rare for mangakas
you
to
don't
have
get to see as
more
much,
than one
but there is some
amazing.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think Dragon Ball started as a one shot, but obviously Akira Toriyama had Dr. Slump, which was very, very popular, and then he went into Dragon Ball. So he had 2 back-to-back very popular ones.
Dragon Ball just became like overtook
No,
the world.
Dragon Ball
but
was.
yeah.
It started as a one shot as well.
Okay, well, there you go.
yeah,
There's another one then.
Mission, it
I remember
started with one
reading
shot.
that. Actually, you can read it
like-
still.
The pilot manga.
And thanks to that, we
wanna
have
call
Dragon
it.
Ball GT. So good.
Fudge, get the fudge out of
I've
here.
never seen it.
Good. you've saved yourself hours and hours of just disappointment. Just watch the final episode. That's all you got to do. Yeah. Actually, just watch the last 5 minutes of that final episode. That's all you got to do.
Okay. GT had a good ending though.
Yeah,
yeah.
did.
That's what I said. Just watch the last 5 minutes of the final episode.
Ending. Yeah, I like the ending.
Okay, now you can go back to.
So yeah, go ahead.
So WonderMan. So Miles asks, "What is WonderMan?" So WonderMan was a Disney Plus show for Marvel. So they, if you don't know, Marvel has slowly started to introduce mutants in the cinematic universe. So they started with they have I can't remember who they started with.
Jean?
I might have been Blake. No, before that.
I have Echo. I don't know. I've never seen any of them.
Oh, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Kamala Khan. So she was
That's what I meant.
as
I
a
don't know why I said
mutant.
Echo, but yeah.
No, you're fine. And now they have WonderMan, and
Isn't
now
technically Wanda a mutant?
they haven't specifically said it.
A mutant.
She in the comics she is.
Well,
but
she was tested
She's
on
Magneto's daughter, isn't she?
not in the MCU though.
In the
I know, but
MCU,
I'm
she
saying
was
like her
tested on.
character is a mutant though. The
Yeah,
character
in-
is a
in the
mutant.
comics, yes, but not in the MCU.
itself.
In the MCU, she's considered just an enhanced being. That's all. That's all they said.
Because the technical term for a mutant is like Spider-Man's not a mutant because he has a mutation, but a mutant is somebody that's born with the mutation
Yeah, Wanda
by
wasn't
birth.
born. Her and her brother, remember, were tested on, and that's how
In
they
this universe, yes. So technically,
Correct.
she's
So-
not a
correct.
mutant.
Unless,
she
and
was
again, with
given
the
a
Doomsday thing, they correct this and be like,
Yeah.
well, she happens to be in this universe a mutant, and then they kill off whatever. But yes.
in
in
this
MCU,
case,
she's
she
not.
was engineered and created with a mutation rather than
with
born as
with the
one.
soul, no, with the Mind Stone.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just following. Okay.
So WonderMan now is an actual, just like Kamala Khan is an actual mutant.
okay.
So the show, I mean, it's a very different type of show. But anyway, it's basically he's an actor, and he's struggling to get back in. And you have Ben Kingsley who's in there as well. It was really funny. It was interesting. I didn't like it too much. I know Paul really liked it.
It was critically acclaimed.
It was critically acclaimed.
Which one?
Yeah, it was
WonderMan.
WonderMan.
It got nominated for a few. I know you don't care about the awards, but I think it got nominated for a few Emmys. And that was a few days ago. And then today or yesterday, they were like, "No, we're canceling season 2," because it was announced season 2 a few months back, and then it just got canceled.
After it got released, they announced that was going to be
A season 2.
a season 2.
Well, that's the thing, because I think everyone that watched it liked it, but it had low visibility from the fans. Like it didn't get much views according to some reports.
Yeah, but there's no
And
official
I guess
reason
when
from
it
them.
got the reviews, it got high reviews as well. I don't know about that visibility, but it was well acclaimed. And interesting enough, the guy who directed Spiderman also directed the first 2 episodes of the show.
Yeah, Dustin.
It was his baby. He actually is the one who pushed the whole idea through for it to be released. But yeah, that's the thing that I'm surprised the most, because this show, usually if you release a show and the show sucks, there is no talk about sequels or like season 2, right? The fact that this show did, I guess, some recognition to people that watch Marvel, that got greenlit to for a second season and then canceled that, that for me did not make any sense.
In the show, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What's
yeah, I
his
agree with you,
power? I want to
Paul.
know. Can you guys educate me who the character is? Who is this guy?
He's a magic guy. From what I only saw him briefly like years ago. He was new to me, but I understood he has like magical powers. I could be completely
magic-based?
wrong.
What's his powers, Dave?
I don't remember.
Paul?
I didn't like it. I watched it. I was like, it was okay. Paul.
So
What's
his
his power?
power is basically emanating like energy waves.
Is it
Like,
lightning?
there's a time a time in the episode in which he got kind of angry and he basically blew up a whole studio.
Okay.
Does he use lightning?
No.
I wouldn't say like lightning itself, but he can control some like I guess, how would I describe it?
It's like energy.
Because before what? Yeah, it's like
It's energy.
handling and managing energy.
Okay.
Yeah, but back to the point, Paul. Yes, I agree. Like anyone that I've talked to that has taught, like only just a couple people, handful of people, they liked the show. It was critically acclaimed. It seemed to do well.
Okay.
What would they cancel it for? Probably numbers. That's my only guess.
Usually
if
it's
it didn't do
always
well,
numbers,
it's usually
yeah.
numbers. So
I've never
the
heard
numbers
of
that
it.
reflect it.
I didn't know about it until after it was done.
I didn't know until today.
I heard about it before release. I just, again, at that point, you all know I was done with Marvel, so I'm like,
Fair.
I'm not gonna
That's
be
fair.
watching
That's
it.
fair.
So I had no interest.
It just doesn't make sense. Like something must have changed because they wouldn't have announced the season 2 if in the beginning the numbers were already low.
They announced the season 2.
They announced season 2 before, yeah.
Wow.
They announced it once it finished because again, people
after finished, not okay. I thought you were saying
surprised.
they announced it before season 1 was even made.
and that's what I mean. There's stuff that people like or people
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
potentially like Blade. So why are we greenlighting? The only reason, in my opinion, that Ghost Rider is being greenlit is because it's Ryan Gosling. Anything he's in, people will go watch. And rightfully so. Like, I'm not.
Oh, he's
shitting-
great,
I'm not
yeah.
shitting on him.
No, he's a
but
great actor.
It's a cheap ploy to get the money back. That's my
You
opinion.
get a big actor, yeah.
My only guess that the reason why this show is being canceled after being greenlit is that perhaps going back to what I was telling you with Marvel trying to release quality over quantity, they feel like, well, we don't want to feed more people with more information, more shows, more homework per se.
But that one was
Let's
quality, so it's
cut
the
it.
exception. And if it was
and it
critically
was
acclaimed and
standalone,
people
too.
liked it, then that should apply to the quality concept, not to the quantity.
And I do feel like they're also trying to, from what I heard, they only want to release 3 things per year. And maybe that also was trying to make the cut and the vision of what they're trying to do in the future, because I guess now is the whole mutant saga. And
Yeah.
I guess, it doesn't make any sense to me because WonderMan, I guess we'll consider a mutant. It's kind of interesting. I still don't know the whole deal. But going back with Ghost Rider, though, because it's something that I wanted to mention. The reason that Ghost Rider is being made is because of Ryan Gosling. He was the one who pushed the idea to Kevin Feige. He even pitched like the kind of story that he wants to tell to Kevin Feige about it. And that's why they decided to make it. And that's why the director who is directing this Ghost Rider movie is the director of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he also is directing a new Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling.
He's also doing a
Star Wars
yeah.
has to stop too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, trust me, I know on that one.
You don't want Acolyte season 2?
No, all 3
Electric
of the
Boogaloo?
biggest franchises right now being, I mean, the big 3 as we're looking at like cinema franchises, Marvel, Star Wars, and DC, all are kind of in a tough spot. Marvel's in the best spot for obvious reasons, but I don't know, they need to figure something
DC's
out.
only in a good spot when it comes to their animated stuff.
Even then, I actually think it's
Yeah,
overblown.
it's
It used to be good, but for the past several years, they've had a lot of misses.
Their Adventures with Superman, that one's actually really good. The comics have
Let's
been
just
blown
stick
up.
with the animation.
Yeah, no, like their animation stuff is what's killing it. Like
Yeah.
more than anything.
I think it's overhyped, personally. Like, it used to be really good, but I think that their animated... I'm not saying there aren't good ones now, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's as strong as people
I think it was after
claimed it
they
to be.
finished with, was it Doom? What was the last one called?
Doom Patrol?
No, it's the one where basically they lose against Darkseid.
Justice League Doom or whatever.
Yeah, so they reset everything because they send the Flash back to stop it.
I'd
so
say 7 years ago, yes, but
Yeah.
I think in the past 5 years, their animated
the movie
stuff
wise,
has
yeah,
actually
hasn't
just
been
like
that super great.
mid. They've
Yeah.
a good one here and there, but
Well-
then others like, not good.
Not to mention that the whole market is now superheroes. Like there's a lot of saturation, a lot of repeating elements. So you can't release something that at the very beginning was good nowadays because we already seen it.
yeah,
If they want to like step up at their game, they have to come up with good stories, good quality, not just show because it's a character, right?
that's why
And
they've been
I
like.
think the reason why a lot of people feel like saturated with superheroes because it has been done before. Show me something different, something new.
That's why
something
they've been,
will
that's why they've been
stand
very
out
picky
in
with like
comparison to
the
other
Batman shows now. Like the new one that just came out, I think got like a 9 out of 10, like the newest Batman thing. And then they're doing the Absolute Batman that's coming out. That one's getting like people are already like ready for that to come out. And I think like a small handful of other shows, like 2 more shows that are DC related. So like they're being more picky and choosing that. The cinematic universe, I don't know what they're doing. Like it just.
I don't think they need something different. They just need to be done well.
No,
Like,
yeah, they're doing well though with the
Yeah.
animation wise. The
And
past
I
like 5 years though, I would agree with you. Kind of on a downward slope, but then they have some really good hits, but it's just mainly a downward slope. The only ones I think have been really good is My Adventures with Superman has been amazing, and then this new one I haven't checked out with this Batman one, but people are raving really well with it right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm excited
Yeah,
for
this should stick
Absolute
with
Batman.
animation. That's my opinion on DC.
Yeah.
So don't try making live action anymore. I don't think it's working.
Yeah.
It's time for video games to make a comeback with movies. And speaking of
Video
that,
games are falling away.
speaking of that, we got a brand new video clip of Street Fighter movie with Ryu fighting Blanka.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it.
You don't have to watch it. It's. I think it looks horrible.
I'm sure they showed off their moves. Like
Yeah.
the lightning, I'm sure it was shown
Hadouken.
off. The Hadouken.
Like, you know what? I had the biggest smile watching all of it in the trailer, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, I had the biggest smile, and I was shaking my head, and I'm just saying that this movie is gonna be fucking ass.
It looks horrible.
I talked about this
only-
with David.
Yeah.
I still had a smile on my face, but it is so
No, my smile faded.
bad.
My smile
it's
faded.
a cringe smile. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
cringe smile. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but I know I'm never gonna
Miles
see
is
that
like-
again.
It's
It's
like,
like
you know when they say steer into the skid?
Yeah.
Like they're full on like skidding it. Like they're hitting it, but they're like going like 200 miles an hour.
I will give them
It's
props for
bad.
this. I think that they're like the Fast franchise. They're self-aware that this is just going to be ridiculous,
They
so they're
do.
leaning into it. So I'll give them props for that. But I'm sadly,
it's gonna be ass.
I wanted to watch it because I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. Well,
We all are.
I'm gonna
man.
watch it, but I'm not.
I'm gonna
I
watch
know,
it,
I
but
don't
I know
think
it's
so.
ass.
Well,
I'm
what's
not
cool
going.
is
I'm gonna see it on a Tuesday, $5 Tuesday ticket.
what's cool is one of this YouTuber I follow.
I'll
his
watch
name
it
is,
as you stream it.
Maximilian, dude. He's like big
I'll watch it
FGC
as you
stuff.
stream it.
Oh,
He's in
no.
that trailer. He's like one of the people that play that.
Yeah, so Maximilian, dude, and Justin Wong. So there's another third person. I can't remember who the third person, but they're very big in the fighting game, in the fighting video game.
fighting game tournaments.
Yeah.
Fighting terms in the community. And so if you ever watch Maximilian, dude, he has this little animation intro to his movies. And he has, I don't know who made the song, but he in the song he goes, "Let's go," and it's his song plays. And in the trailer, you see this prisoner,
He's in
and
the
he's like
movie.
there. Yeah, he's like, "Let's go," and I'm like, "What the freak?"
Oh, he's in the
yeah,
movie?
he's like,
Yeah.
and he talked about it just earlier today.
Are
Like,
you
yeah,
serious?
that's-
In the movie?
Yeah.
Max is in it.
And he
yeah.
says his phrase that's in this, and it starts of all of his shows. Justin Wong is also in. If you don't know who he is, if you ever saw Evil Moment number 37, 38,
some of that.
where basically he's Ken and he parries all of Chun-Li's special hits. That was Justin
the
Wong.
actual fighter, the guy in that tournament.
he's in it.
Okay.
I don't know what
Famous,
part,
like,
but
blocking Chun-Li in the fight, that tournament that's very popular. Where he has like
the-
one hit
he's the
left and he
gamer
comes
that
back
can-
all the
okay.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen that,
famous
okay.
thing.
So he's in it too. So
That's cool.
Diego's going to show you the part that he's in. So
Yeah, and Paul,
Oh,
Paul, are you
hey.
gonna watch it or no?
That's cool.
On the trailer for this movie, like,
Are you gonna
it
watch
looks
the
kinda
movie,
silly.
Paul?
I think there's gonna be self-aware. But I'm definitely gonna watch this movie. I'm
Yeah, I'll watch
actually
it.
excited.
I'm not going.
I think
I'm gonna go watch
I think
the 90s one
they're-
again.
I think they're betting. What I think is they're betting on like the whole fighting game community to watch this film to make money. And I think they will. I
think so.
think they'll make a
They
good
will.
chunk of
They
money.
will.
I'll one up you. Actually, I think it will be successful. To be fair, I think they're leaning into the idea that there is a small handful of people that take the Fast and Furious movies seriously, but we know that people like myself that watch them is literally just for satire. And I think they're banking on that niche community just going out and watching it.
Well, that niche
so I do think it will be
community,
supported.
I think it's going to be the niche community and then the FGC community. I think those two will, if they both team up to go watch this film, they'll make their money back.
Yeah.
If best case scenario, they'll split even. I think is what'll happen.
Yeah.
If it
that's
goes-
worst
if it
case
does
scenario. That's a
better-
loss, man. You don't want to split even.
Hey, look,
You're like, we split even, guys. That was a good movie. No, it's not.
We didn't make any profit, but
Hey,
we didn't
we-
lose anything. This is
you
good.
know,
guys.
it's better than like unfortunately, like better than like He-Man and all that stuff. They didn't make much. Or Transformers
He-Man
1
was a
those
good movie.
bastards.
It's kind of sad that they
Yeah,
didn't make a lot
He-Man
of
was
money.
fun, and
Because-
Transformers 1 was fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. At least make your money back.
You got to break your money.
So just
Make the
because
money.
the movie is good doesn't mean it's gonna make money, though. Like, I guess there's some examples of that.
Yeah, I
just
don't
now.
think it'll get a sequel.
Yeah, there's bad movies that make crazy money.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly right.
Well,
It can also be like
Spider-Man
become
Far
a
From
cult
Home.
movie as well, like the Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Hey, that made lots of money.
I don't like Far From Home at all.
That's okay. Let's move on. So this is more up Miles's alley. This is interesting though. Okay, so we know that RAM is still
Ungodly
horrible.
expensive.
We also know that graphic cards.
Or
NVIDIA
unattainable.
announced a 30% markup that's coming on all their video cards. by
Well,
the
I
way.
heard it was 20%, and then Sony is gonna up it 20%, and Nvidia then to make probably gonna up all of them 30%. So anyway,
God damn it.
I heard it's so bad. So now you have AMD who's launching a new graphics card. It's called the Radeon RX 9050. And there's an 8 gig and then a 4 gig model for this. They're saying the 4 gig version will also have a slower 64-bit memory bus with memory bandwidth at just 288 gigabytes per second.
Is this a mobile chip?
No.
Okay.
So not only is there not a lot of memory, it'll be quite slow too. And
Shit.
It'll overheat, I'm sure.
and this will
Go back to the
and
3060s.
this makes sense. This will not be a card that you can actually buy. This will only be in pre-built PCs.
So don't buy pre-built pieces with that piece of shit.
Don't buy pre-built in general.
So I mean,
That's
It's already
for, like,
starting to take
kids
effect.
getting into
If
PC
they
is
just
what
want
that
to
is
play, if
for.
they just want to play like Minecraft or Fortnite,
That's what that's for.
That's literally like that. That's all you should play. Like that computer won't do anything else. Like
Yeah, I think that's the market.
Yeah, you're not playing like Marvel Spider-Man 2 on it or anything.
yeah, if your kid wants to do that, tell him, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Roblox made a version of that Spider-Man game that you can play.
That's the one you get.
yeah. So
it's already taken effect. The
I mean,
prices.
I'm surprised. I saw it was like 4 gig. There's no. I kept thinking, what are you going to play on that?
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar.
Yeah, 4
That's
gigabytes.
that's a 5080.
Yeah,
though.
Miles.
the price
What
already
could
started
you?
to go
What
up.
could you? What could you play effectively with 4 gigs?
platformers.
4 gigs? I don't know. I mean, like even like 6 gigs, 6 to 8 is what you're getting like 3060s. So I don't know. You're
GBA
Minecraft
emulators.
emulators.
It's a great emulation machine. Yeah,
Pokemon Radical
go.
Red.
you could play
There you go.
1080.
You could
That's all you need.
You could play the whole PS3 discography, the Xbox 360.
Oh, you can play
discography.
any Nintendo 2 Switch game.
So the memory for like, if you guys seen those big, it looks like the big server racks for the NVIDIA's.
Yeah.
What's that video card that they have? It's the one for the AI data centers. Just so you know, like the amount of RAM that's inside of a PS5, one data rack, a server rack with multiple of those video cards in is 18,000 PS5s for one.
Yeah,
So I need you guys to think about this. And then they have thousands of these everywhere in one big, large data center area. And then you keep moving it. You're talking more RAM than there's available to buy PS5s for the entire world on even just like half of the data centers right now. You know why the RAM prices are fucked? This is why.
yeah.
There is not enough RAM in the world for what they're trying to create right now.
That's my whole thing. Is
It's
like,
bad.
What are they?
So
I know that host is on this conspiracy. My thing is like, this is Skynet. I don't know why we're blind for this. This is gonna happen. Terminator's for real.
no, but like the shortage,
Connor.
the shortage is absolutely real. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you look at the hardware they're putting in and the amount of RAM per, yeah, it makes sense. And you know, it's horrible and Crucial. You know, they stepped out of consumers. You know, they don't care. So we have Samsung and SK Hynix. We're just getting the leftovers. And you know, I don't know if you guys know this too, but recently, so you guys know what's NVIDIA's GeForce Now, where you can do their cloud gaming. So premium members, instead of unlimited play, now they're capping it to like 100 hours now.
That's stupid.
So now they're capping that on top of it. So
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because it's taken too much resources of the gamers. It needs to go to the AI.
Fuck them.
It's really this bad. And so it sucks because so like SpaceX, right? They made a new data center. They're working with Intel to start making RAM, but none of that RAM's going to consumers. Again, we are fucked.
I'm
And
telling you, Miles.
it's going up to like 2032. They're projecting. I see it going further. Yes, we're going to have a downfall. But at that point, like this PS6, $1,000 placeholder, I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be $1,200. And if they can't change the cost on the hardware, then we're going to start seeing the prices of the games going up. And I don't think it's going to be unsurprising to see more $80 to $100 games to offset the console.
yeah.
Miles, we got to start our own RAM. I'm telling you.
How?
I don't know. That's why we have you.
I ain't that
Ask
good.
AI to do it.
Yeah, right.
You're web developing, Paul. Get the fudge out of here. It's you and Diego.
I don't do hardware.
I was gonna say just stick with retro gaming. Get back to your.
Paul, you're web developing. You're doing the web developing.
PlayStation 1.
The problem is where the most stuff we're going to start getting for games is going to be this.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when it comes to what's marketable, people see this more financially something that is a necessity versus a console not.
Talking about a phone, Paul, because I know you
A
can't
phone,
see
sorry.
He should be able to see it. I have the video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's watching, but
Okay.
But this is where I think most of the gaming is going to go, is going to be this, to be honest. So it sucks. It is what it is, but the future is probably more mobile.
So I would say this: if you are deciding to go into the PC world and wanting to upgrade or something, I would do it now.
I would have done it 3 years ago.
Now,
Yeah, that's. But look, try and do your best to
No.
look for deals. There's some places that can do deals, but it's do what you can. I would suggest getting a warranty and all that stuff.
I don't know.
I would want a warranty that shit if it ever broke.
The problem right now is even the 5090 that has 32 gigs of like its GDR7X RAM or whatever, that the RAM in the 5090, that specific RAM costs more than the die that you're actually paying for now. The 5090's die is less value than the RAM around it. I never thought I'd see the day for something like that.
Telling
The
you, we
reason
got
why you paid $2,000 for the 5090s, you're paying for the die, not the RAM.
Data centers have to go.
It's getting bad, man.
I think so too.
It's getting extremely bad. And I think so. Diego's always right. I mean, like, yes, this is expensive. And if you're going to go and put any kind of money into now, even if a 5080s, I think the cheapest one I saw was like $1,200 from PMY without the RGB. Not saying you have to get 5080, but you might want to get the investment now before the 30% markup because it's getting bad. I mean, on the used market, I can sell my 5090 right now for $5,200. My
Jesus.
model. Yes.
5,200.
Yes. And I made $300 off of that. Now I could literally sell it and just make
Is it this
even
one?
more than that. So it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's like that. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, I get Diego on that too. If you can get any kind of extended warranty, I mean, it might not be a bad idea, but if you're going to do that, maybe invest in something that's worth having that warranty on. The problem right now is the RAM, because even if you want like 64 gigs of RAM, it's like $1,000.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
And then if you want like a 4 terabyte NVMe, that's like a couple grand. So I don't know, man. It's bad times, dude.
messed up, man. Everything's messed up.
Bad times, man.
Just take care of your stuff. Clean it as best you can. If
You have cobwebs, get the cobwebs out. Even your consoles,
telling
keep
you,
those
man.
consoles alive too,
Do
man.
retro gaming.
I'm with Paul on the retro gaming. We gotta.
I mean,
I don't know. I won't say it on.
Let's
here,
just buy
in
regular
case.
Xboxes now.
I'm not gonna say it on here.
No.
I'll say it afterwards to everybody.
Okay.
I was gonna say I have a buddy of mine who has bought his PS2, PS1, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube to basically have all the games within the console itself.
Let's just all buy 360s
Wow.
right now. We can just keep doing our LAN parties.
Paul, to add to
I
what
gotta
you
say, I
just
think-
said. Oh,
I
sorry.
think
Go
that's
ahead.
the way to go. For at least, I mean, I think for me, because I don't play a lot of new games. Maybe like one or two games. Like if I were to play games, like new games every single week, of
Like
course
me?
I'll be worried. But yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. I don't have to.
No, you're
Miles
okay.
loses out the most.
My favorite,
I lose
yeah,
out the most.
my favorite thing though is like Paul's like he plays like 2 or 3 games, and then he plays Saturday like 50 times.
So it was good.
Like even like with Halo,
Yeah.
I think I've beaten it 10 times now. I'm going through the achievements. I got one.
I love playing
I got
Halo.
one lasso mission done.
No, I don't want to do that.
But
Do
anyway,
you hear the story about a guy who was trying to like download his Steam library into like
the
flash
cartridges.
drives?
Good for him. I hope he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He did. No,
So I
but
think that's the way to do it.
no, Paul is going to add to what you said. They did a study on that, and most gamers, the average of the games that the gamers are playing they came out within the last 6 years. So we are kind of in a weird thing where people aren't playing the new ones. It's usually a game that's at least 6 years old. That's the
And
average.
I was
right now.
playing a game that was 12 years old, and it's finally ending.
Yeah, that's true.
What a way to end.
How long has Marvel Rivals been out?
2 years.
2 years?
It'll be 3.
You know, if we still kept playing Overwatch, we
Overwatch?
would have hit the 10-year anniversary this year.
Oh wow. Me and you got close.
What is Overwatch?
Me and Dave's got a,
What is it? You never.
You know
played
what?
it, Paul. You
what
should
is
have.
a Overwatch?
Yeah, so Overwatch, funny thing. So their prices for like their cosmetics are getting out of hand. I think you can buy like a cat made costume for some of the girl ones, and I swear to you, it's like $40.
They can.
Well, it's because they're dying. They
They can
need money
fuck
to
right
recover,
off. That's
right?
what
They've been
do.
doing that for years, though. That pricing.
They were like at $20, $30. Now it's like $40,
Yeah,
$50.
Well, they're charging those prices not because they're dying off. They're doing well if they're able to up the price. That's my
People are
opinion.
paying for it.
People are paying for them. You see
Yeah,
them
so
all
they're
the
not
time.
dying. They're actually doing really well.
Yeah.
You can't win the, that's
bastards.
the bad thing is you can't win the currency to get them. At least Marvel Rivals, they do have some that are expensive, but like you
Takes
can
time,
win
but
them.
you
But you
can't
can win
grind
them,
to
but
it.
not with Overwatch.
Not to detract, but it is kind of on the same subject. Allegedly, Gears of War E-Day, you will not have to buy
that's right.
skins. You play to get the new skins.
Yes.
That's much better.
And so I don't know if that's fully confirmed yet, but
No,
that's,
that was confirmed.
okay. So
Oh,
I like that, even though I won't be buying it because I
comment-
want Gear 6. We deserve Gear 6, but
Well,
I
we're
mean,
not getting it.
I want to play. Horde mode because it's a 12-player Horde mode now.
But you can't play anyway. You guys don't have the consoles. You sold yours.
You don't need it.
We
You can play it on PC.
cross-play.
Huh?
Crossplay?
It's console
It's on PC,
exclusive
bro.
only.
No, it's console. For
Only
consoles,
Xbox.
it's Xbox. It's still on PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I heard it
you
was
were
just
saying-
going to be on the
No, it's
console
still
Xbox.
PC.
Silly little goober, you.
They're saying console exclusive because it's an exclusive to that console
Okay.
because
Okay,
it was
guys.
originally going to be PS5.
New plan. I now will get E-Day just for Horde mode alone.
They also
We're
have a
gonna play
versus. They
several
actually have the
hours.
multiplayer too. It looks
and you
pretty
can play on PC.
Yes.
I want to do that. I want to play. I want to do
My
the Horde
3080.
mode because the Horde mode is going to be pretty tight.
EVGA?
Yes, EVGA, the For the Win edition.
Hell yeah.
So the cooling is much better.
Everybody's like,
Okay, quick thing before we go into
Best cards, man.
Spider-Man. So they have started to announce some X-Men casting that are confirmed. So
for Doomsday?
no,
for the X-Men.
for the Immune Saga.
Yeah, Stevie
So-
Wonder is going to be Cyclops.
Wait, sorry. Before you continue, before you do, catch me up, Dave, on this whole mutant saga. What do you mean? Catch me up. What's going on?
That's the new saga. So you had the Infinity Saga.
Oh,
You have the Multiverse Saga, and now this is the Mutant Saga. So they have announced their Emma Frost. That's going to be Samara Weaving.
She's hot.
So she's in Ready or Not.
so
She
hot.
looks the part. There's
She's also in Bill and Ted #2. In case you didn't know that.
Oh, that
no
was
one
her?
saw it.
I did.
Oh, you did? I didn't watch it. I
my
didn't want to watch it.
I love Bill and Ted. I grew up with my papa.
So her, and then we have one other meme we'll talk about a little bit later that have been confirmed for X-Men, but we don't know anyone else. We know they've
It's
been
the guy that's Beast. That's Beast. He was in the show. Was it Dawson's Creek or something?
No,
I don't know.
Thinking
In the
of,
90s?
No, I don't know what it's. He was on one of those
was like-
girly shows.
I was like,
I only know. I don't know. I said Dawson's Creek out of.
also,
default,
I did
but-
hear a rumor about who was Professor Xavier. The only issues I have with is Beast and Xavier should be older. They make him. They look too young.
Yeah, especially
in my
because
opinion.
Xavier's the founder, so he should be the one of the oldest.
I mean, yeah.
and Beast is just an old scientist guy or older.
Well, I've always really liked what's his name that played the prequel version of him. He's great.
Secret Armor. Oh,
I don't know. He looks like
Him and Magneto.
Nathan, is his
he's a
name
great
Nathan?
cast.
sure. I don't know.
I think
He's
thought
the
they
guy
did him
from the menu, and he kills himself. That's all I remember.
I think it's just maybe either they don't want to renew it, or maybe the Marvel's like, we want to have a completely new cast.
I'm
Well,
fine
who
with a new
knows?
cast.
That's
I
what
always
they wanna
prefer
do.
newer casts.
That's what they want to
anyways.
do because you get to pay them a lot less since they're newcomers.
Yeah. Also,
about
also Hugh Jackman said that Wolverine's final thing for him is
Secret Wars.
So
doubt
they're
it.
looking for a new Wolverine now too.
Gonna die in that one
Oh,
for
for
the second
him,
time.
okay.
I don't know
doubt
if he's
it.
gonna die. I think he's probably just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go like," because I don't know which Wolverine is it gonna be. Is it gonna be the Deadpool Wolverine? He's like, "Hey,
as far as I know, yes.
here's a universe where you didn't fuck up. Now you can be happy. Okay, bye guys.
You
Like
can what up?
you didn't fuck up. So
Oh, you
can-
did. I was like, well, you can. I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like, you already did.
There's a universe that you didn't fuck up. So here you go. Do yourself. Like that would be. I think that would be fine. And
Yeah.
then they just like, here's a new Wolverine, and I think that's good. I think it's a good passing of the mantle if they do that, which they should.
To who?
Whoever they
You're
choose to
passing
be
the mantle.
Wolverine.
So Charles Melton is Beast. They're saying.
That's the guy. Is
Yeah,
he
that's the
like, he's
dude.
kind of
Yeah,
a
so
trigueño?
he was. I guess he is in the claim that Beef
One,
season
two.
2 star. That Beef.
But yeah,
Beef?
on that,
Oh, the Netflix
he
one?
was not. Oh, Beef season 2 was
Oh,
amazing.
this
by the way.
guy.
I really enjoyed it.
Let me
I
see the
only saw
picture.
season 1. I
He
never
looks
saw
too
season
young.
2.
that
Season
guy.
two
He looks
was
too young. He needs
amazing.
to be like
Like,
10 more years.
Well,
older.
he's gonna have fur on his face. So
Wait,
he'll probably be fine.
Kaylee Spanning's going to be Rogue. Who is
Yes.
she in Ramen?
No,
Who is she? Oh, right
That
here.
has not been confirmed.
That's not
Those are the
confirmed.
rumors.
Oh, I thought
that one
those
is
were
that one is a rumor.
She was a good actress, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like her
So
as
for
Rogue.
Beast and Rogue, they have
Good.
there's speculation, but it hasn't. It's not confirmation yet.
Yeah.
It's like the Adam Driver
My
thing.
guess,
I hope for
yeah, exactly.
for Kitty Pryde. Do you think they're going to bring back Elliot Page?
Oh, by the way, did you guys hear the Babylon order? They gave her Woman of the Year. woman of the year.
Isn't he a man?
He was like, I'll take it.
What is a man? What is a woman?
And to be fair,
I do.
Elliot Page did good in Odyssey.
She did. Well, he did pretty good. Yeah.
I don't care.
I will
But
say, I know
I'm
that's fine. I'm just saying, at least.
And
it
that's not a jab at her. I don't like Christopher Nolan, so that's why I don't care.
It didn't feel forced of anything. Like, it didn't feel political at all. It was just the acting, and I appreciated it.
I'm glad they did that.
But
I was going
Kitty
to
Pryde
mention
could be
this.
Bella Ramsey
It
or
does
whatever her name
feel
is.
like we're going to be getting an announcement for the X-Men cast soon.
Yeah, they want it.
Because
They want it for
D23.
D23.
D23 is coming. Exactly. I think they're saving that. I think there might be another movie coming up on 2028. Which
I doubt it,
guess
but-
the only thing that we didn't talk about last time is that they announced a new Black Panther.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
he looks
So,
very
The
similar.
android from Alien Romulus.
It's Chris Rock.
He's a synthetic.
Synthetic. Sorry, my bad.
He's also in what's that one movie? The thriller with
Long
the
Walk.
walking. Yeah, Long Walk. That's a good movie. Watch Long Walk. Makes you feel sad, but
Yeah,
it's
so the movie is scheduled to release on December
watched it once.
28th.
Black Panther,
good. BP3. Yeah.
Yes.
December
Stop calling it
2028.
BP3.
Why?
Yeah.
So 2
We're
years.
not playing Marvel Rivals.
Yep,
But it's
that's true.
BP, and it's the third one.
I thought you said BB.
No, BP.
Exactly. This is why I just called it Black Panther.
Yeah, please. You did that to me once too, and I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
Anyways,
So
I
on
was just, like,
2028,
talking
we
about
should
some
be
crap,
getting
and I wanna know what you
Black
watch.
Panther in December, and we should be also getting Ghost Rider.
And they did say that
December.
this Black Panther will be T'Challa's son. So the one that we saw at the
time skip then.
Yeah, but are they gonna make sure?
Or
I
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what they're gonna do with
we
Secret
don't know how
Wars.
they're gonna do it. They're gonna explain it somehow.
So weird.
God.
Yeah, they're gonna explain it.
It's all magic.
In the multiverse, he was
A
stuck
wizard
in
did.
there for Earth time.
40
only,
years.
Only for 6 weeks, but he passed through 40 years worth of.
We got the baby and we put him in a container and accelerated his growth.
That works.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, guys. Let's go into our final piece here. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man: Brand New
my
Day. I
goodness.
know,
I will not be talking about it. I didn't watch it.
You're not going
and
to?
you're not going to. So that's what we can talk about spoilers.
You can say all the spoilers.
Well, we're gonna talk the first part without spoilers, as we try to attempt to do that.
We have Diego. That ain't gonna work.
I haven't been given spoilers recently. That was him every single time.
So, anyways, let's start with
I've been good for.
Let's
a
start with
minute.
Brand New Day. So this is the fourth installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's a new one in a trilogy, a new trilogy from what we understand. It takes place 4 years after No Way
I thought
Home.
it was 5.
5 years in real life.
Is it, if 5 years in real life, it was
No,
4.
I thought it was 5 years in the movie.
I don't know. Who cares?
I think
Or
it's
in real life.
4 or 5, whatever.
5 years real life, 4 years I believe in the movie. But anyway, so this takes place, and if you watch the trailers at all, it's basically he is focusing all in just being Spider-Man and leaving Peter Parker, that persona, to the side. And basically in the movie, there's something that's happening to him and he doesn't know what's happening. Like, have you seen, like, he has some sort of mutation going on? So he's trying to figure out why this is happening, what he can do with that, all while he is having this, I call it buddy comedy with the Punisher, which actually was really good. And also with Sadie Sink's character, which we'll talk about later on, and the villain and how all this affects him and what it's going to look like for future Spider-Man movies in the MCU. I want to know your initial thoughts on the movie, because we got to see it on Wednesday. So we got to see it day early, advanced screening on it. Without going into much detail, well, I guess I'll give you some parts to talk about without spoiling, and then we'll go into spoilers, and we'll give you a score, and then we'll go into spoilers. So first thing I want to discuss is, let's talk about Spider-Man himself, not Peter Parker, not that part, but the Spider-Man side of the movie in terms of how he acts, how he fights, how he swung in the air, his personality as Spider-Man. How did you feel his Spider-Man was now compared to what it was in the first trilogy in the MCU?
Way, way better. He finally was Spider-Man. He finally had the sarcastic wit to him, to like talking to the bad guys, and him finally doing Spider-Man, Spider-esque things, like movements and stuff. It was very inspired by like the games and such, his movements and everything. So I'm glad they finally did something instead of him just swinging very boringly, which I've said before in the last movie we saw of it. So that was 100 times better, I think. I like the suit. I don't think I like it more than the last suit, but it's pretty good. I would say it's a really good
Like
suit.
his Iron Spider, or are you talking about which suit? Because
Yeah, because the last one was
the final one
Iron Man
was his final one was his
Iron Man one.
Iron Man, but his old suit kind of combination because that's the gold on there.
Tech one.
Yeah.
I think I like this. I like the first suit from the first movie.
Okay. The Tony Stark one.
Yeah, but then this one's a close second. But yeah, I think for what he did and how he made his suit his own, I think they did it really well. He did it really well, and then how he incorporated things with it and how he uses it really well. And you could tell he's very inspired by Tony Stark with the suit. Without spoiling anything more, I think him as Spider-Man way better than the other films as Spider-Man.
Okay, Miles, I'm going to ask you this question. I guess I'll go with each person different question. Miles, in terms of the story of Spider-Man Brand New Day, how did you feel it was done in terms of like the character development of each of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, of how Punisher was involved in it, how Sadie Sink's character was involved in it? How did you feel? Did you feel like it was meshed very well? Did you feel like it was kind of felt all over the place, or did you feel like there was a balance between everything? Was it too goofy or too sentimental? Like, where do you think about when you kind of, now that you have time to kind of digest and think about the movie and its plot?
Yeah, I mean, the plot's, having time to really think about it, it is kind of a little messy, to be honest. I enjoyed it, though. I mean, it's the most Spider-Man movie we've gotten out of Holland. It's a Spider-Man film, which I loved. But story-wise, I mean, my favorite part was Frank, the Punisher. I thought their chemistry was great. I thought the dynamics, the comedy worked between them. They wrote that very, very well, especially because we're used to like a really brutal Punisher where he's like swearing a lot and stuff. They did really good ways of that dynamic. And I know they're like best friends in real life, so you could see the chemistry on it. Was perfect. There's just weird issues with, without getting too much, the villain, what that person does. Well, I guess you see it in the trailer, the masked villain. That person, what they're doing, you get to learn a little bit later of why they're doing what they're doing and why. But the weird is, it's like it comes down to where this person is kind of killing a lot of innocent people, but when it comes to the end, they kind of, I don't really want to spoil anything. It's just there's some weird consequences, and some of the pacing. Looking back, there was kind of some slow parts where it's kind of like, are they dragging this out to like a 3-hour film on purpose? There was some issues there. So if I'm going to be actually like critical, I mean, I love the film, but you're asking me how the pacing was. There are flaws. It's not a perfect film. I mean, yeah, we can get out there. We loved it. It was great. And it's a popcorn flick. But yeah, there is some weird pacing, and there is some weird consequential things, especially for the villain. I mean, that person could have literally just went to the other villain. I'm trying to not do spoilers right now, and just kind of,
because there's multiple villains in this movie, so let's be fair. Yes,
but to be fair, the overall villain you find out kind of later of who the true villain is. First villain could have technically found out the other villain, and the movie would have been done. But regardless, and then there's kind of weird things where this person, they kind of do the whole good guy bad guy thing, but really this good person did a lot of bad things and killed a lot of people, and then all of a sudden they're just, I don't want to spoil things. There are some weird issues. I do like I was actually surprised how much Ned and MJ were in it.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to be in there very little.
Minimal, me too. Yeah. What they did with them, it worked. I think they could have added a little bit more with what because how do I explain it? Sometimes I felt they were in there because they needed to be. As in, like, they've been within all the other movies, so we need to find a way to fit them in. There was moments of that. Because honestly, a lot of the movie is just really it was a really Spider-Man Peter Parker movie. And I thought that was great. I still kind of question, though, like, I mean, we can assume, but they don't really show the one part I wanted to get out of Peter that we're kind of used to is, he's in this shitty apartment, barely getting by, mostly Spider-Man. I mean, he does all that stuff, but what is he doing for work and stuff? I really like some of the older film or the other films where you kind of see the struggle of like him doing Debbie jobs, losing jobs, the typical, but
Just being a poor piece of.
yeah, but at least you see like how he's getting his money. In this one, like it's like he doesn't have a job, but he's affording Little Caesars. I don't know. It's just weird, but I like that struggle of Peter, of seeing like how he's getting through that. We kind of miss. They don't really dive into that.
I kind of want to go into just maybe a little bit of that because
yeah, go ahead.
In this one, okay, so for example, I'll use Spider-Man 2 because Spider-Man, I think it was almost the exact opposite of Spider-Man 2. In Spider-Man 2, right, Peter is having this issue because he can't balance. He's trying to be Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Ultimately, he's like, I'm going to not be Spider-Man anymore. I just want to be Peter Parker because, like you said, he has that struggle. And so I think in this one, they just did the reverse where he did already lose everything. We already saw that he lost everything. So they're like, you know what?
Nobody even knows he exists.
He does have money. And that's the other thing. It's like, how is he going to get a job? I have no idea.
Tony Stark Trust Fund, baby.
That's the only thing I don't buy because his ID doesn't like.
Sure.
Who's Peter Parker? He's never born. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like, so how does he get? I don't know. But I think the whole problem is like, well, we're not going to dive into who Peter Parker is too much right now because he is not going to dive into that. He only wants people to see Spider-Man, and that's the whole point of the movie. He's like, I just want to be Spider-Man. Peter Parker.
But to argue that point, this is something really kind of cool. But if you think about it, what was the last one called?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. So Andrew Garfield's character, if you remember how he acts, he's purely Spider-Man. He does not want to be Peter Parker anymore after Gwen, and you see that in No Way Home. And if you remember some of the conversations they're having, he said he gave up on his Peter Parker life a long time ago. He just hid himself in the mask of Spider-Man, which was interesting because ironically, I'm like, holy shit, like Tom's literally the Andrew Garfield version now.
Yeah.
But I just kind of thought that was interesting. They're very similar.
Yeah. So I think that, but they were trying to kind of be like, it's been 5 years. She's been alone for 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Sorry, I have 3 serious questions that I want you guys to answer in the spoiler section. So just when you have a chance, I will ask them.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Yeah, I'll ask Paul one question before we go before we give our
I just have
scores, and then
a question as someone who hasn't watched it and won't watch it, but I have questions.
Okay. Paul, I'll go into your forte of things or your eye of things. So cinematography wise on this movie, how did you feel this was filmed? The stunts, the fighting choreography, because we know that Dustin Daniel Craig, he used Jackie Chan's stunt team to choreograph these fights. We know that Dustin Daniel Craig has his own way to. He knows his way. He has his own way of filming movies. So, how did you feel this was done compared to the John Watts trilogy, which was the original MCU Spider-Man?
I gotta say that overall, he did such an amazing job, and he did his homework to be more practical. Because technically, you can do, I guess, the whole thing in CGI, but I know, like, he even did some swing simulations across the street when they were filming the movie. In addition to that, the way that they were shooting Peter Parker flying across the area, swinging around, felt amazing. It sounded like he leveled up the quality of the film that has not been done in the previous movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that I really, really enjoy. Yeah, I think that he definitely spent his homework to become and to showcase more of how acrobatic and Tom Holland is, and at the same time being able to incorporate all the ninja using the elements of the hand, and they're like having ninja elements into this, which I don't know. This would be like a very interesting take, but I do feel like I know that he's also directing the new Naruto movie that's coming out.
He is.
So I'm kind of optimistic that he might do it. He might put some good effort when it comes to that choreography, when it comes to indicating and showcasing ninjas. So yeah, I think overall it has definitely blown me away. In comparison with the previous movies, you don't get to see that. I feel like most of the stuff was mostly CGI. But yeah, I do like the whole acrobatics that it was incorporated to showcase some of the enemies, Spider-Man as well, like Mr. Mister mentioned. I see some inspiration from the games when it comes to some of Spidey's moves, which was really awesome. So it definitely shows that the director did his homework.
You know, Paul, I wanted
definitely
to
show a street level Spider-Man.
You know, Paul, I wanted to add on something. You're talking about like how like they're swinging around and stuff, like how they film that differently. One thing I wanted to notice, there's a part where he's swinging where he's it's not really a spoiler. He's just holding MJ and they're swinging. And you can see when he lets off of every swing, you can see like the shoulder drop and like the muscle drop on every swing. My point is they filmed it in a way that I thought choreography of like swinging, this is the most realistic where you felt like you're swinging with Spider-Man in a lot of the scenes. Like they filmed it very different. Like he doesn't have like the camera inside the eye at times when you can see he's looking around inside of the mask where he's like looking around. Like they filmed it in the best way out of all Spider-Man's ever seen where you actually feel like you're swinging with them. It was just very well done. Like it's weird. First person
shot too, like briefly as well too. So that was like, wow.
I guess
give me more of that. I think that's awesome.
I guess. Sorry. It's just one last thing. I was going to say the reason why I bring it up is every other Spider-Man since even Tobey Maguire, I all feel like the swinging. A lot of them they haven't really changed the cinematography of how swinging looks with Spider-Man until this film. Like it actually felt like they did new ideas. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and what I like is that it differentiates between the other films. You don't want to do the same thing that everybody has done before.
But they have done repeatedly, right? Since like the early 2000s. Like this one just really did a cool different on swinging. I felt that's just me.
Yeah, and the fact that the thing I also like is the costume as well. I think there were some complaints about it, but to me, it's like okay, if a real person were to make a costume that's really smart, what would be the limit? Of course, you won't be able to have all the upgrades, technology upgrades. But it's more, it follows the same look that it looks in the comics. There are times in which you can see Tom Holland's ear inside the mask. You can see his eye reflecting from the eye goggles that he was using. Even like some of the mouth movements. I don't know. I think like, wow, I like this. They should do more of this. And I feel John Watts, I think his main story when he was the director is to showcase how is a teenager growing with this responsibility. I think that this particular phase is like, okay, now show me the real Spider-Man, who he really is, how he behaves, how he interacts with this in New York and all of that. So that's the part that I really enjoyed the most about this movie.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you. I think there's a sequence in like the first few minutes that reminds me a lot of TASM 2. Or just the Amazing Spider-Man, because I had a really great opener. Like even Shark King, like he loves the task. He thinks, and I think too, they get overhated too much.
They do. I actually think those are my favorite ones.
The Amazing Andrew Garfield.
The Amazing, yeah. I think
those are my number favorite. That's my favorite too.
Yeah, but for a lot of people, the majority of people, they don't like them. They really like crap on it. And I think it's a really sad thing because I think
favorite.
So
I agree.
But TASM 2, like the beginning where he's just falling down. And then he starts swinging. So they have a sequence similar to that with Tom Holland. But like I said, they kind of upped it up the way they did Tom Holland's version of his opening sequence with that. It was super cool. I was like, there was a part where Miles was like, whoa, I feel like I'm there or something like that. He literally like moved his head like this, like, whoa.
Wait, did I really do that?
I was like,
Miles is feeling it.
It was so funny.
Another thing that I was going to mention really quick, I really enjoyed the very beginning. You also see this in the trailer that they recreate some of the Spider-Man covers into the film. And come on, I mean that's
attention
really
to detail.
That's a good wink to the fans. Hey, you're a fan. I'll give you what you want. Boom.
I will say I kind of wish they spent some more time with some of the villains. Like a lot of them, like the ones that you saw in the cover, they're just in the beginning and that's it.
That's one of my questions.
Well. There's I guess that's a question that's answered.
You'll expand on it more.
I'll expand on it more, but yeah. So I guess we'll go into more detail as we talk about spoiler after this. But scores out of 10 chibis. Let's start with Mr. What would you give this movie?
I think I would say it's pretty high. I wouldn't say it's 9 material. I would say like 8.5. I enjoyed it a lot thoroughly. Like, it was super fun. Like, before I was thinking 9, but then as I like let it process in my head throughout the whole time, it got lower. But it wasn't like, oh, this is not great. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm coming into the focus of like, I'm enjoying this film a lot more compared to the other ones, because the other ones were like, they were cool, but they were like nothing special. You know, the last 3 films. So I'd say like this is like 8, 8.6, 8.7.
6-7.
No.
You said that
7, 8, 9.
That's it.
Just your face. 6-7.
Sorry, before you get, there's a part in the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
What the hell is this random?
So there's a part with GT Vegeta. He's looking at fighting Goku. I can't remember which version. He's like, I don't care if you become Super Saiyan 4 or 5, and then he says, or 6, 7. I'm like, nah, yeah, I know why he said it that way. He didn't say 6 or 7. He said 6, 7.
Yeah. GT, the best one.
That's why it sucks. Miles, your score.
When I got out of the theater, I'd probably give it a 9.2, but now that I'm settling down on it, maybe an 8.7. I think it's it's all the, as much as I love Tom Holland, I love Spider-Man, I'm a fanboy. To be honest, all the films have kind of just been mid for me. Like not mid, a little bit better than mid. They're good.
8.7 is a high mid.
They've been good. They've all been good. They say they're all over an 8, but regardless, so this one is my favorite Spider-Man, and probably just because it's an actual Spider-Man movie. Because I get your guys' points with, like, you know, Tony's helping here and he's just always having help. This was a freaking Spider-Man movie. It's just him in New York getting by. It was a fucking Spider-Man film for once. This is, out of all 4, this was a Spider-Man movie, the only one, and it was actually really, really good. Probably an 8.7. The other ones are 8 or lower for me, but this was great. This was phenomenal.
Okay,
I'd watch it again.
Japorion.
I was gonna say, I actually went to watch a movie tonight. That's why I came a little late.
He didn't go with you guys?
He did. He just saw it a second time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a second time.
How was it?
And I gotta say, after watching for the second time, I really enjoy it. Sometimes while watching a movie, I get a little tired and fall asleep.
Yeah,
because that me being in that and all.
It was a long movie too.
I did not fall asleep before this movie out.
Nice.
And I was rewatching just to see if my score has changed. And I think in comparison with all the other Spider movies that Tom Holland has made, this is by far the number one. Mm-hmm. And if I were to add the other Spider-Mans in there, I feel like this still would be like top 2. And with that being said, I'd probably give it a score of 9.5.
Nice.
I was wrong.
Yeah. So it's a pretty strong one, and something that I really enjoyed about this movie as well. I don't know what you guys think about this or not, but part of me likes to see sad Peter. I think that's part of the character itself.
Sad Peter.
Well, he does have a shitty life.
He does.
In this movie, you get to see that, and you get to feel for him. And I don't know, like, if I was in that same situation, I would be like, I can relate to what he's going through. So part of that, it felt more of a authentic story, comic book story, because it's grounded in reality. Because Spider-Man itself, you'd have to deal with a lot of consequences and actions, right? So I think this movie did a good job on that.
Okay.
What about you, Dave?
Mine's a solid 9.
Okay.
I think the thing that I would give it a lot higher, actually, but there's a certain thing that happened. You kind of talked on it a little bit, Miles, that I don't understand is there was a part where, like you said, there's this particular character who does all these things and does something. Not even the kid. There's one part in the movie where everyone was like, "Oh, it's like this whole so wholesome," and then it changes and you find out it's not that and it's something else, and you can see the anger and hatred that Peter has, and I'm just like, and then something else happens, and then you're just like, and then how that at the end of the movie, how it concludes, you just like, I'm like, wait, like Peter is some sort of saint compared to everyone else, because I don't know if I would have done what he did. Because like, and I'll explain it more over in the
because I know what you're talking about at the moment.
Because I was watching, because it was cold. Like I was watching that. I don't know if you heard, but I heard people were like, "Oh my gosh!" People were gasping out what happened at this part, because you couldn't believe what just happened.
Talking about?
I'll talk about it later.
I know
It's a part where he is
vulnerable.
Peter is mentally
you see that a couple of times.
beat the crap out of. It's a moment, just a moment. A line is said, and he realizes what's actually happening.
You have to tell me.
Okay. Anyway, so we have 9.5, 9, 8.7, 8.5.
So kind
Okay, so
of a scale from 8.5 to 9.5. That's a good scale.
Good. It's great.
Yeah, it's about a 9 average, kind of.
Yeah.
Or 8.9 maybe average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go watch it. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, definitely go see it. It's fun. Spider-Man film.
I'm still going to tell you go watch it. You don't have to. I'm just telling you go watch it.
I want you to. It's a Spider-Man film. It's Spider-Man.
To give you a little bit more context. So
bullshit.
For preview day.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say for preview day, which is Thursday, it made $72 million.
Holy
not including
shit.
Wednesday. That is more than Avengers Endgame.
Shit.
That is more than any other movie, aside from maybe one other. I don't know what them, but it in terms of MC movies, no movie has been it on that. It is
Spider-Man sells, man.
It is on track to make about $700 million this weekend alone.
Fuck.
By Sunday. Some are projecting up to $900 million.
In one weekend?
In one weekend.
Holy
Endgame,
shit.
to give you comparison, Endgame, after 10 years of build-up, I think it was $1.2 billion its opening weekend. So, Spider-Man by itself is almost there by itself.
Spider-Man and Batman are those type of films.
Yeah.
though.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, man.
It doesn't even matter what actor you slap in there; they're going to make money.
My parents watch Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
It's one of the most
it's just
relatable
crazy. That's how much is there. Even with the power of No Way Home, with
The
a lot of the
nostalgia.
leaks of and the leaks of who was coming, like didn't compare to this. I think it like made $40 million on its preview Thursday, and so this is just destroying.
If I
records.
had to guess, I think it's just because it's really a standalone Spider-Man. We haven't
It
had
is.
that. This is the first Spider-Man movie we've ever had. It's just you can watch it. You don't need to know what happened before. You don't need to give a shit about the extended universe. It's just a fucking Spider-man movie. Finally,
It's
just
a
Spider-Man.
street level
Well,
Spider-Man
that's a spoiler.
movie.
We haven't gotten into spoilers yet.
It is
Kidding,
just
I'm
Spider-Man. Man. It's
They were
awesome.
fighting for the whole time, because I remember when they were making before they were making the movie, they were debating whether or not to do like more of Spider-Man goes into space or make it into a more of
I wish I was you were joking with that's true. They wanted to make it a multiverse movie, and Tobey Maguire and Andrew were going to come back for that. That was the original plan that they wanted.
Leave the multiverse to the Miles Morales.
Also, they're not in the movie. That was a spoiler.
I mean,
It's a Spider-Man.
It's a Spider-Man
Peter
street
Parker
level
movie. It's just Spider-Man. It's like Amazing Spider-Man and Tobey Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man.
And I know that even like Tom Holland went into the online to look for feedback, to see like comments, to watch some videos, to see what people really wanted. So he also had input, and he also talked to the director to make some changes to be more in par with what his character was from him and MJ. So they had some rewrites as well because of the research that he has done in the movie. To please the fans.
all right, let's go on spoiler talk, guys. Okay,
Everyone
Wait, we have
dies.
to answer host questions.
yeah, in spoiler
He's
talk.
going to do a countdown so that
Okay,
people,
okay.
yeah.
So we're going to spoiler talk in. As remember, if you don't want to know, I'll put a little time thing so you can skip to the end. So we're gonna start spoiler talk in 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Horse because he's gonna ask questions. Give us your questions, Horse. What do you go, senpai?
I would like to know if basically all the fights were already previewed in the commercials or the trailers, because that pisses me off. And I was telling Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Was it last night that
Yeah.
I feel every fight was already showcased in the trailers, and if it was, that's annoying. B, I guess that would answer that those are all the villains, but I feel like there's still a hidden one. So who were all the villains, and who was the main villain, and how was that individual defeated?
That's a good
people.
question.
Okay.
I want to know those exactly because that also determines on what the writing is like going towards. Because I'm seeing a trend with certain movies in Marvel or
You might not like our answers. Then.
in
To be
superhero movies in
honest
general,
with you.
and it's been bothering me how this certain trope that they're doing now that just drives me
There's
nuts.
some tropes.
So in terms
I'll
of
admit.
all the fights, no, not all the fights were shown in the trailers.
Okay, which one? Okay, then
So
spoilers on
there's
which ones weren't.
So
shown.
there's a final. So I guess to answer your other question. So the original villain or the main villain is Sadie Sing's character, who is shown to be Jean Grey. Jean Elaine Grey is her name.
I wouldn't say she's the main villain. Main villain
well,
or true
no,
villain?
she's not.
Main villain or true villain? Those are two different things.
Well, this is what I'm going getting at. Is
okay.
she okay? I'll rephrase.
the
I'll
phrase-
rephrase.
yeah, the
She's
phrase.
the antagonist to Peter Parker
There you go.
throughout the entire film, and then you find out that the reason she is acting the way that she is because of Damage Control. So Damage Control, to give you more context, they took Jean has a sister, which is also in the
Sarah.
comics. Took her sister and she's trying to get her back because she got a message from telepathically and she's trying to find out what this word VMAX means. All she knows is that Damage Control took her and that she knew that VMAX was a clue that her sister was giving her
Last memory she heard from
Yeah.
her sister was VMAX.
to get it. So he wasn't going after Spider-Man. She was going after Damage Control. So that's why the tank, if you ever saw the trailer, goes into Damage Control because she's trying to get into it. And she can't because there's a certain part where
Is
she
the
just
tank like you're talking about a character or a tank?
no. There's a tank.
Okay.
She hijacks. She's a telepath. So
Doesn't mind
basically,
control.
she's one of her powers. She can just kind of jump to person and control them. So anyway, so that's what she does to try and get into the Damage Control. And Spider-Man stops her. That's how kind of Spider-Man kind of gets involved with Jean Grey.
Are you familiar that Damage Control is like an organization?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you told him that. Damage Control seems like
He hasn't watched it yet.
the Ministry of Magic or something, right? But these are people more in the comics. I think they're the ones that like go after the mutants and stuff, right? They're trying to
They will
suppress
eventually.
mutants, captain mutants. That's kind of their thing. But it's an organization that's trying to kind of have secretly power control over things. And you find later also they had defenses against Spider-Man, Spider-Man as well. They had like some weapons too that they were also, even though originally Spider-Man
Is helping them.
well, helps that. He doesn't realize that they actually have self-defenses in case he ever went like rogue or something too. So that's who she's after as an organization.
How does he beat Jean Grey, or does she just become good again?
He doesn't beat Jean Grey. So this is where I have my issue with the movie.
There's some tropes.
So the part that I was talking about is so he wants to tell MJ, right, all this entire like that who he is. So when he finds out how Jean Grey is able to telepath, like how she can jump to people, she has a maximum range of like 33 feet. She has to be within 33 feet of the next person she's going to jump to.
Sees, they have to be
jump,
skip.
So right now she's in her beginning stages of her power. She's not like the all powerful Jean Grey that we know, the Omega level, but she's getting there. So he goes to MJ and he's like, "You need to come with me. You need to be saved." Takes her somewhere
because she threatened back up for a sec. Spider-Man, when she was fighting him, she couldn't take over his brain. So then she had to find alternate methods to get him to leave her alone. So then she was able to find out that MJ, she stuck into his lair and found that note that he was going to originally do in the last movie to go talk to them in the cafe, and decided not to give the note. She reads that note, finds out that MJ is the love of his life and had a memory kind of thing. So she uses that against Peter, saying, "I'm going to go after MJ." And then that's when he goes to go get MJ.
Yeah, so he goes, grabs her, and then MJ says something like, "We've met before. Like we had to have met before." She says what she says. Yeah. I've met before, and so then he takes off his mask, and they kiss, and then they hug, and he's like, "Oh, Peter's like, this was so easy to infiltrate." Then you find out that Jean Grey was actually inside of MJ from like the very beginning, like right. I don't know at what point, but before he started talking with, he was already inside MJ, and this messes Peter up.
It was when the Spider-Man got into her apartment.
Yeah, I don't know how, but that's how she. Yeah, as soon as Spider-Man got into her apartment, she was able to be inside MJ. So basically, what happens is he basically like mind freaks Peter. Peter's super like people were like he like is messing with Peter's mind so badly, and you can see he wants to kill her. He wants to kill Jean Grey. You can see that.
His mutation kicks in. He almost kills MJ.
Yeah, he like grabs her and like he's about to like
Choking
kill
her
her,
to
and,
death.
and then because he still thinks it's her, and then he puts her down, and then she's like, leave me alone, and then she jumps off, and then that's when she gets out of MJ, and then Michael, and then Peter has to go save her. So that was like the part where to me like he manipulated him because that's when he confesses love to her again, and she was saying, "Oh, I remember you too." Blah, blah, blah. And so I think that he was already mentally unstable, and now that just completely broke him. So I was like, so that happens. And then,
Harsh.
yeah, so that was the harsh part. So then
Wait. Okay, go ahead. I have a question after.
No, go ahead. Ask a question.
Oh, no, I was going to say, is that the reason why you don't like you dock points because of that aspect of the movie?
No. My master was at the end. Like, I understand he's like, basically what happens is her powers are getting stronger and stronger. So he tells Jean to go inside his mind.
Letting her in this time.
Yeah, and so kind of like that part in Spider-Man 2 where Peter's kind of having a talk with Uncle Ben, and when he says like I'm Spider-Man no more. So it's kind of like this opposite thing where it kind of goes back to the first day where Aunt May remembered, or when she found out that Peter was Spider-Man, and it's kind of giving a talk to Peter, but then Jean Grey like puts herself in Peter's position, and so it's like Aunt May's talking to her. And
to add context, because she never had a mother.
Yeah, she never had a mother. The mother abandoned her.
So she put herself in that because she's wanted motherly or that kind of connection. So when she was inside of Peter's memory, when Aunt May is talking to Peter, she swaps the body so she can have that moment of that motherly talk because she's never had that. Yeah, and so I guess to give more context for that. MJ finds the letter that Peter, remember he wrote at the end of No Way Home. She reads it. She basically says, "I'm not this person that you're referring to in this letter." Like the spell worked.
Yeah, the spell worked. I don't know you at all. I have no feelings for you.
And she's like, "But I'm sure you're. I can tell you're a good person, and I'm sure I did fall in love with you at that time, but I don't.
I don't love
you. I don't love you. I don't know you."
So I think all that I'm so
Peter's just getting fucking destroyed.
And again, the whole thing is like Jean Grey was like. I'm pretty sure she killed a few people.
Oh, she killed a lot of people.
Yeah, and she almost had Peter. She almost had Peter killed. Like Peter almost killed a cop. Peter almost killed Scorpion because of what she was doing and his powers, like his spider powers, were like being like amplified because of his change. That he almost killed people. So it's like she's the cause of all this,
and she was enjoying it.
And then she's like, and then. Peter's like has a lot of sympathy for her, and granted, like Punisher's also trying to help, and so he's a sniper. Right? He knows where he can shoot. So he shoots a sniper, shoots a bullet, and Peter takes it for her, and Peter almost dies. So Jean uses her powers to
keep him
alive, and to get him to the hospital, and then she just kind of escapes. And just kind of leaves.
She takes the bus out of town.
And I'm like, and she's going to upstate New York. That's the theory. So she might be going to wherever Charles is, or maybe that's how it's setting up. But I felt like this is kind of sucked. Like you made Jean do horrible things. And again, I understand the whole point of her sister. You find her sister got killed by damage control. But I'm like, I didn't sympathize for her that much. I felt like that was a big thing. Like I don't think you needed to push it that much to have her kill people. I think there should have been something else to make it. It just makes me feel like she is horrible.
And to speak of the killing himself, she finally gets the control of the guy that technically killed her sister. She's killed shitless of people. She gets glass, teleports it to where she's about to cut him, and then probably like real world time, 15 minutes have gone by, real world time. And she still has glass there just waiting for Spider-Man to fight the ninjas and come all the way up. And she's still there just contemplating and killing the guy that she's been fighting to get all this crap for. And now she has sympathy for the guy that killed her life, but not all the people that just were innocent bystanders that she killed. It's like that kind of shit in writing. I don't care. Like I'm a Spider-Man fan, but that's some bullshit Hollywood stuff I cannot stand.
Yeah, so
I cannot tolerate that. That's bad writing.
That's why I couldn't give it a higher score than I did like it, but that was a big glaring part. I was like,
it was a weird Mitch. Yeah, I didn't feel anything for her.
I was like, I'm glad you put in Jean Grey in here, but you made her so. To me, it was a good arc. Like if this was a Jean Grey origin arc, whatever, okay, it works a little bit better. But this was a Spider-Man one. Like, you affected all of what Spider-Man did. You almost made Spider-Man kill people accidentally, and it just kind of felt kind of out of place with how they introduced
the idea
her.
of Jean being a bad person, because she's always been so. I don't know. Maybe we just have like a soft spot for Jean Grey in general, and I like what's the name of the actress?
Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink. Thank you. I mean, she. The thing is,
I think she did a great job.
I think she did okay. I didn't think she's amazing. I mean, I've seen her in like the Stranger Things. She still kind of has that like acting skill of like a Netflix actress that's new. I don't have any problems with her. I've always liked her, but
she was also in some movies too.
I get it, but some movies that nobody can name. That's my point. She's not a bad actress. It just, I don't know. I like her. I like her charisma. I like her in real life. I like her in Stranger Things. I didn't think she'd blow me away. I don't know how I felt better on Jean. I need a little bit more, I guess. I need a little bit more.
I was gonna say on this particular movie,
Yeah.
I do feel like they don't. That's the thing. They don't have to make it the same as the comics, right?
No, of course
They're
not.
thinking they're on a
No.
spin-off, and that's what they did with with Ned and MJ.
Yeah.
It's a lot different, right? So I'm guessing they're taking a different approach. It's a lot darker for sure when it comes to her approach. But I don't know. I think for me, it actually landed, especially the last part when she finally gets to learn empathy through going into Peter's memory. And then knowing that Peter is like, hey, I know what you're going through because I've been like that. Like, I can relate.
Yeah.
I think it kind of reminded me of Naruto when he's talking to a villain. Like, hey, I'm also like this.
Talk no jutsu.
That's what I
Right,
feared.
pretty much. And it actually helped her realize that she's not alone, that I guess revenge is not going to take you anywhere because that's what Peter was going to do. And the reason why Peter was so out of control before and almost killed MJ and also like that hurts a policeman is because he couldn't control his power.
Right, but that was because
he was also going through.
of what
Because
she was
he
saying.
because he was going through a mutation itself.
Right, but she
And I
was
think the main
activating the
I think the main
mutation.
reason why he was like that was because, I mean, he was all alone. He had nobody to rely on.
Right, I'm not disagreeing with
He's
that,
saying
Paul.
he's
I'm
a
saying
trigger.
she triggered it. She knew that what was going on with him, and so she knew how to push those buttons.
Right,
But she
that's
didn't know to what particular point.
Yeah, she knows, and so she honestly could have made Peter kill someone. And again, and that's the whole thing is like, I understand like the complexity on it, and it's not like it's a very gray area, which I understand. It just felt like it was they try to make her too gray. Instead of,
I
don't do it.
I know, I didn't want to say it.
It's literally
stupid.
And so I was just like, I was like, it was okay. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this is a horrible movie. I was just like, I wasn't a big fan of it. That's just my main.
The worst thing she did though was the MJ thing. That was some evil, dark shit, man. That was bad.
That part. I was watching.
And she made her
that
jump
part
off the
again.
back of the
Today,
balcony too.
I could definitely hear people like freaking out when they saw that part.
Yeah.
No, that's why I was like,
Like I say, props to Zendaya for the way that she acted in that part. She did such a good job.
You know, actually, that's something I want to bring up. Zendaya, I think she's an overrated actress, and she's kind of plays always a mute, stoic, the same freaking character in every movie, except for MJ. When she does MJ, she kills it, but like her in the Odyssey or anything, it's just Zendaya. Every damn movie, even the Greatest Showman, it's the same freaking character. But MJ, I don't know what it is. She just naturally kills it.
Yeah.
She kills
I
it.
gotta say, everybody, like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Ned, Punisher, Sadie Sink, I think all of them did such a good job when it comes to their part. They
The
know their
chemistry,
character
right?
Back and forth.
The chemistry was good between all three of them.
Yeah, like Miles mentioned, the Punisher's in this movie and his relationship with the Spiderman. Wow, I want to see more of that. I wish they show more of that because it definitely played a part, and it felt like a good, I guess, good energy bouncing off each other when it comes to their acting skills.
This is my favorite part of the movie.
So-
was the Punisher.
There's a part, Hoss, where you remember in the Avengers, right, when Hawkeye's talking with Black Widow when they're fighting the Chitauri, And she's like, this is just like Budapest. And he's like, you and I remember Budapest very differently. So they have kind of something like that with the Punisher and Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man's like, you owe me one. Remember Staten Island's like, no, don't bring up that bullshit. He's like, I saved your life. Like, what are you talking about? So you don't know exactly what happens. And Peter at one point tries to go into detail about it. and Punisher's like not having it. And he's like, no, that's not what happened. Whatever. Like, you don't owe me. He's like, fine, whatever. It's like when he's trying to house MJ in his lookout or
he
his
took MJ to Punisher to protect him while Spider-Man could figure out what's going on with the gene situation.
And it was super funny. I think you saw Punisher start to. So you know how Punisher is in the series, in his series, and in Daredevil, right? He's very like, he's not funny. He's just very like serious. So I think in this is a few years after, even after Daredevil season 3 that they finished wrapping. I think he's trying to have that relationship with Spider-Man that he doesn't have with Matt Murdock, and it's more like child kind of type of thing, like a kid that he's raising, not really raising, but that he has a close relationship with. And so you see him start to soften up a little bit. And I think some people were like, that's not the Punisher. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta understand, Punisher also has to evolve at one point. Like he can't just.
Same with Peter.
Well,
yeah, and so I think like.
I think that's the reason why I'm gonna say I like Tom Holland's interpretation of this movie, because I feel like he's the light of hope that gives everybody a way to like heal. He did it with Punisher, he did it with Citizen Inc. Even like with the Hulk in there, like I think there's an aspect of that there was a good relationship, even though I guess at that particular time when he met Bruce, they don't know each other, but he can definitely feel like he is somebody he could talk to. I don't know. I do feel like he kind of elevates, hey, this is a good guy.
Yeah, he does.
Pulls everybody in to make them a better person. I think that's what I like.
Speaking of character development, host too, the Punisher at the very end, he actually calls he calls Spider-Man his friend. He actually does that.
Shut up! Stop.
But no,
it
is really cool that actually happens. That's major character development for him. He hasn't had a friend.
I think my favorite part there is
I thought that was great.
Is like the Punisher's like just leave the hospital because they don't know what Spider-Man looks like. They know Spider-Man's in the hospital. It's like go in there, like I'll cover for you. And you see Peter. He's like walking out of the hospital, and people are out there like waiting for Spider-Man.
Dressed like Spider-Man,
and they're like, "Look, it's Spider-Man!" And they all look at the window, and you see Frank. He's put on his mask and his gloves. Like, yeah, it was so fun.
Then they do a scene behind him, like filmed, and you hear him go, like that. And people have no idea behind the glass it's the Punisher.
It was the funniest
things I've ever seen in my life.
So what I'm thinking is during that part. So if you watch any of the any interviews, Rosario Dawson was talking, and because they asked her about the movie,
in it, right?
Yeah,
she was supposed to make a cameo,
and she did film it. They
just cut it.
That was just dumb. They should have.
I think she was supposed to be in that scene where he's in the hospital.
They should have done that.
Yeah, talk to them.
I know.
I know.
Maybe it gives a lot of people. Maybe that's the reason why they cut it, because
they don't want to pay her cut. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Money that they.
I think they pay her anyway, even if they don't put it in.
That's fair. They should have just done it. It's Rosario Dawson. Just put her in there.
Another thing that mentioned us, this movie is a self-contained movie. There is nothing like, hey, you're forcing something for what's going to happen in the future.
It sounds like it. There's Jean Grey. There's
they
Hulk,
definitely did force for the future. What are you talking about?
There's Punisher, so I actually disagree.
Sorry, I was mostly referring to like the Doomsday or like Secret Wars.
They did do that though.
Well, that was at the end, but this
like the chips that inhibit like the DNA.
I would
that's
say
a
that
big piece that's going to come up later.
I would say that would come up in the Mutant Saga. I don't think it's going to come up before.
But what I'm saying, that's a big piece.
Well, so anyway. What he's trying to do is Peter's trying to suppress the spider attributes that are happening. The mutation is happening. So that's why he goes to Banner, because he's like, you have this inhibitor on your arm. How do I? So he tries to do an inhibitor. So he puts it on him and he makes one for him. And then he makes a quote unquote universal one that he makes so he can use it on Jean Grey to suppress so he can
suppress the mutant powers.
Yeah, but like to catch her, to arrest her, or whatever. Yeah. So what I'm thinking and what people think is that the damage control, they got a hold of this because he does suppress her, but then damage control takes her as a prisoner, and that's later on. That's when he finds out that she was actually damage control actually took her sister, and that's why he finds out he needs to actually go and fight damage control. But what we're thinking is they have that inhibitor, And that's where you're going to get this storyline for the mutant saga, that they're going to have some sort of inhibitor to stop the mutants from using their powers. That's what we think. I don't know if that's for sure, but it looks like that's what they're setting up for. So that's how Spider-Man at least will be somewhat in the mutant saga. Not as a mutant, obviously, but still his movie is going to be part of that saga in some way.
They had a fun scene that you probably would have liked, though, in one scene. When his mutation starting, he's trying to control it. He gets on top of like the rooftop from his apartment, and it's just like Spider-Man 1 with Tobey, where he's trying to, away web or whatever. But you see it when it's first coming out, he squeezes it, and the liquid's coming out of his arm naturally, and you just see Spider-Man like, he just does a gag reflex. But you see him trying to do it, and then when he starts swinging, he's like freaking out. Like it was like a 1-to-1 of Tobey Maguire scene. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was a great scene.
There's a part so when he grabs MJ, and the first time when he's getting her to the top of the building, you hear him go, web on, web off, web on, web. You don't hear it like super clearly, but like you hear him go, web on, web off. It was the funniest thing. Web on, web off.
Wax on, wax off.
Wait, so then who was the other villain?
The director of
so the damage control was the
director of damage control.
So the guy who has the best rogues gallery, or second best if you want to put Batman's rogue gallery above it, which is perfectly acceptable. You don't have one of his rogue galleries being the actual one.
No,
that's stupid. Absolutely stupid. I hate that, and that would have lost automatic 3 points for me.
I think they would. I think they would have done. I don't know who they would have put in. That's the thing, is that when they announced Sadie Sink as being, they didn't announce her as a villain, but I'm like, who could she be other than the antagonist, and who could she play?
It's a collaboration movie starring Spider-Man, is how I view it.
Because she's going to go to the next movie, yeah. It definitely does set up for the universe. It plays the movie like a normal Spider-Man, but there's a lot in there that will connect it to the other films. Yes,
it's annoying.
But
I was going to say, I think for me, after you find the whole Sadie Sink movie, I thought the movie was going to be done. So, like, for me, it was a surprise to see, like, there was something else. Although, I kind of see it in the comic, but I didn't thought they were going to show that into this movie when it comes to damage control. So when I found out that there was more, I was like, oh, cool, there's more to it. And I don't know. I think it was a good misdirect.
It still works as a standalone, but I get your point. Without watching it, it's kind of hard because of how it's filmed. But
all the characters in it aren't like they're associated with Spider-Man to a way, but it's not a solo Spider-Man film.
It is. It's hard to explain. It is when you watch it, but I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's dumb to me.
Was us giving you the idea of it? Yeah, it comes off really around, but when you watch the movie, it's a lot more Peter and Spider-Man than it is any of the extended.
Focal point. But I'm saying, when you think of like a movie of like Spider-Man, I want it to be just a Spider-Man universe. So if they wanted to bring in Venom, if they wanted to bring in Kraven, anyone that's completely self-contained within Spider-Man. Punisher does make appearances. I get that. Hulk does collaborate with him. I get that. Jean Grey also. But typically when you think of a Spider-Man arc in comic books, you don't always expect to see them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's where I'm like, that to me, that's one reason I didn't care to watch it. And I'm happy I didn't, because that's already kind of annoying me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would have other arguments to say why it's still a great Spider-Man movie.
No, it still sounds, but it's not strictly. To me, that's not Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. It's just hard to explain. Without seeing it, if you were to sit down and watch it, you would understand it's 90% Spider-Man. Sure. It just has a lot of that other fluff crap that is going to connect. Unfortunately, yes.
I didn't
want to explain without seeing it.
I think it was also intentional.
But I get your point.
Because
I do.
Back then, they didn't have access to all the characters, and I bet if they had access in the past, they could have done it. I mean, they wanted to.
But
I think they're doing it to hide behind terrible plot points or writing. But that's another story.
No, there's fairness to that.
Yeah.
And not just Spider-Man. I think every movie starting to do these cameos.
But it never happened.
Oh, no, absolutely. I 100% agree on that.
The last thing I just want to talk about, I think, is the best fight that they had in the movie. So there's really good fights. Again, very good choreography. When he fights the hand, do you see like a montage in the beginning that he fights, quote unquote, the hand, but you don't see the actual fight. When he fights the hand is when Jean Grey is controlling them.
Actually, the last fight is that.
It's the last fight is that, which was regrettable.
That was weird. Yeah.
But I think the Hulk versus Spider-Man fight that was
insane. Oh my god! If anything, watch that clip on YouTube.
You can watch the entire movie on Twitter. Diego knows where to find it. So.
It was just there. I was just scrolling.
It was just there.
I was just scrolling, and it's like
I didn't say you were looking for it. I just said you had nowhere to
I'm sure
see
they did
it.
Push it though. Like I'm sure enough people so they did push the algorithm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you were looking for. I'm just saying you found it.
That's funny.
No, that Hulk fight was insane.
So like again, if you want to see
my
Savage
God,
Hulk,
so
you do
good.
see it.
You see Hulk, like Hulk. Like
he-
Hulk
he-
The way he
smash.
meant to be Hulk.
Yeah,
Remember how he beats up Loki? You see that Hulk.
like again, you never.
Spider-Man's on the other end of it.
So remember how like in all of the movies that we've seen in the MCU, well, aside from the Incredible Hulk, he doesn't do his little clap thing like that.
Yeah.
So he does do that in the movie.
It's
Dude,
nasty.
that was
So he
sick.
does do that in the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I said aside from the Incredible Hulk, you
okay,
don't
okay.
see it. Like with the Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
Um,
no, they
And it's
did
not a
that.
weak clap. It's the entire building.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
not like and so
Why do they put that in the trailers? Because I saw that in the trailer. Like, save that stuff for the people when they go. But
Yeah, I got you.
I'll digress.
yeah, so that was probably one of the best. Again, they didn't show all of the fight. The best parts are still in the movie. It was amazing to see how he fights. Again, Spider-Man cannot beat the Hulk. He cannot beat him.
No.
Like he is
His
able
whole
to.
plan is how do I turn him
How do
down,
I turn him
suppress
back? And that's the only reason why he quote unquote wins or not wins. He
No,
stops.
that's still a win.
Yeah. Well, I would say he doesn't like physically.
Sure. He doesn't he doesn't.
Yeah, but basically,
Outbrawl him.
way.
he tells him who he is, and so Bruce doesn't remember, but they're making it seem like Hulk does remember him because Hulk does it like he is my friend. He's like
Oh, hey, big guy. The sun's setting real low.
he doesn't say
they didn't
yeah.
do that,
He
thank
didn't do
God.
that,
Thank God they did not do that.
but they kind of left. Bruce Banner's like what happens to him in a kind of a weird spot because they take him to a psychiatrist or psychiatric ward, and
Is
I'm
that
like,
what happened? I don't even remember that.
yeah, that's what they say in the
No, they said that they took him into the hospital. They went into an ambulance, but they
put him
I
into
don't
a
remember
psychiatric
that
psychiatric
was the
ward.
news scene.
That's what the news
right?
said. That's what the news said.
I missed that. I remember them
Damage
talking
control.
about
Which
it.
again, I don't understand why they would put him there. That makes weird.
Yeah, because that's what Ned was like a little sad when he. Okay.
I want to know
you're
about
right.
all those the crumbling of the building when the Hulk let go. That had to kill tons of people.
Yeah, because his Spider-Man, like he spiderwebbed all of the falling debris on the Hulk to stop him from to keep him in his place. That is it still didn't stop him. Hulk just kind of let himself fall because of what Peter's saying. Hey, I'm Peter. We know each other, type of thing.
Had to kill people.
So to kind of end with, so the way that the movie sets up for Doomsday, it doesn't set up like in the movie the story wise, but basically in the movie it said that Ned creates a Spider-Man tracking app.
On the Fold 8.
Yeah, and so
Fucking
and so at the end of the movie you see the app, which is like it's a kind of retro type of looking, and it says Spider-Man not found, and then it starts like widening out, and so it goes past New York, and you see the entire globe, and then it's like pans over to outer space, and then in some random spot it says Spider-Man found, location found, and then that was the end credit. That was all it was. So my theory is that we know that Spider-Man's not in Doomsday, but he's in Secret Wars. So I'm assuming that whatever happens on Doomsday, that Spider-Man is teleported to what we know is Battle World, and that's where he is. And I think that he's going to be, if you remember in the original Secret Wars run, when Doctor Doom does do Battle World, he makes sure that everyone forgets what these other worlds are. But there are some characters in the comic book run that do remember what their old world was like. So I'm thinking that's going to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going to be transported to Battle World. I don't know how or why or whatever, but he's going to remember what the world was before, whereas all the other rest of the Avengers, they won't remember this because Doom made it so they don't remember. So that's what I think is this post-credit scene is implying. But it is only one, and it's at the very end.
I was gonna say on that, it doesn't have to be Tom Holland. It could be a different Spider-Man. So
People said that as well. Yeah,
Toby. Yeah, it could be.
I think it's more
Andrew
Spider-Man.
Garfield.
I think it's just. I think they're going to bring all three of them back one more time. My personal.
I think so too. But I definitely feel like the tracker points out to. Not Tom Holland, but a different Spider-Man.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
And Mr. checked out 30 minutes ago, like he always does.
You're gonna see him when you do the AI cover. He's just gonna be on his doom scrolling again.
Do.
I've been to that phone for a
Watching a
minute too.
Spider-Man movie.
Yep. All right, guys. So let us end because it's that time. It's been 2 hours. All right, guys. Remember, thanks so much for watching. Remember, you can always watch you're gonna watch these videos first on our YouTube. And if you don't want to watch them, you can just listen to them on any of your podcast platforms: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, wherever you listen on your podcast. Remember to follow us on our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Tuna Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Follow our YouTube channel where you watch this, which is Chibi No Podcast. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Miles, your tech guy.
Mr.
Boricua Senpai.
And you're pouring here.
And the Chibi No Podcast.
Pretty crazy. Anyway.
We ready, boys?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Lady boys.
Oh, I'm an island boy.
Are you a lady boy?
That's funny.
I'm not lady. I'm lady boy.
A lady boy?
That's funny because you know how some Asians can't pronounce
I'm a lady boy.
L's. So instead of lady, it's a rady boy.
I'm lady boy.